Microphone test 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5.
That's a good sign so far.
Microphone test 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Should I turn down a little bit? Or?
Maybe a smidge. Maybe a smidge.
Well, I'm gonna just make sure we mute this properly. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, sounds good. All right, bye, Tashi. Bye.
Who was on today's game? Wasn't it supposed to be Oh, Drew. It was to be Drew Everett. Dude, where is this mic? Where's this mic coming from?
222. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Testing, testing, testing. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Hey Brian, testing the audio. It's sounding really good, but the mute is not working. Hello? Yeah. So if it's lit up, it means it's mute, right? Muted, right? Yeah, it's not doing that. I don't know. Okay. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. Mic check 1 2 3 4 5. All right. You haven't heard anything? All right. So he says he didn't. Michael didn't hear anything. I'm trying to see here. Okay. You haven't heard anything? All right. So he says he didn't. Michael didn't hear anything. This is muted mic. Muted mic.
Miley. Will's not here today. No. Miley.
Okay. I heard that. Now pan to the left. Is that one still muted? That channel? Okay, go to the right. So you're getting which one is getting pre-fade? Where are you?
Test 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5.
Okay, hold on. Why is which one is that? Okay, why that second fader from the right? Is that one labeled?
That is the cans button. Cans button.
Why, can you do me a favor? Can you show me the back of the mixer?
Testing the mic here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Led the program to its first NCAA tournament appearance and became the school's all-time win percentage leader. All right, Coach Bingham, let's let it rip.
Hand to the left for me, Wyatt.
That looked like a strike to me. Coach, welcome to UNLV. Rebel fans, give it up for Coach Casey Bingham.
That first fader that you just hit select on.
Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Earl E. Wilson Stadium here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. It is opening day for the 2026 collegiate baseball season. Wyatt Tomczyk on the call. Thank you for joining us here on your Friday night, wherever you are listening to us on the YouTube channel provided to us by UNLV Athletics. Filling in for Matt Neverett, who is up in Boise, Idaho, for the UNLV Running Rebels as they will be taking on Boise State. But baseball is in the air. Excited to have it back, as the UNLV Rebels welcome in the Governors of Austin Peay. UNLV coming into this ball game for the Rebels and really also for the Governors, and really kind of the theme for all collegiate sports. A lot of newcomers on the team. For UNLV, last season they went 31-23, 16-4 in conference play. They made it to the Mountain West tournament, but were eliminated in the first game by San Diego State. It was the first time that UNLV had made the conference tournament since 2022. They're taking on a Governors team. Last year they were 45-14, 26-4 in conference play. One of their best seasons of all time. And let me tell you something, they could rake, and they bring back a lot of players from last year's squad that brought a lot of that chaos, that's comfort for opposing pitchers. Last year for Austin Peay, they hit .333 as a team. They average about just under 10 runs per game and had over 11 hits per game. They were as good as advertised. UNLV, they will send out their ace today in this ball game. It will be the right-hander, the junior, Carson Lane, wearing number 16. Lane, standing 6'3", weighing 212 pounds, from Huntington Beach, California. He has been tabbed the opening day starter for UNLV last season for Lane, who's in his third season overall, but last season named to the All-Mountain West first team. He went 6-4 with a 4.23 ERA in 15 games started, through 78 2/3 innings of work, 71 hits, 41 runs, 37 of them earned, 38 walks to 85 strikeouts. Opponents were hitting .239 against Lane. As we are set, UNLV in their beautiful home white uniforms, all reds for the Governors of Austin Peay. And a beautiful, beautiful night here in Las Vegas. It has really hasn't hit winter all that much here. The last 2 weekends, for the start of the softball season last weekend and the start of the baseball season, it has been absolutely perfect, as the first pitch of the 2026 season is underway, and it's popped up into the air, straight up the chute, but it's going to go out of play into the stands here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. And we are underway here, 6:07, the first pitch here from Las Vegas, Nevada. It is Kyler Proctor who will lead it off for the Governors. They're led by their head coach, Roland Fanning, who is 106-37 in his third season, has really made this one of the top programs in the Atlantic Sun Conference, as this one is going to be taken on the outside for a strike. 0-2 is the count. For Proctor, wearing number 10, the junior, standing 5'10", weighing 176 pounds, hailing from the state of Oklahoma. You've got Ray Velasquez due up next, and Ty Wisdom due up third. That is the opening three batters, as this one is fouled back out of play. And the count remains 0-2. For Proctor, who started out his career at Oklahoma State last season at Austin Peay, he was named to the first team All-ASUN. He started all 59 games at second base and finished the year with a .320 average, 6 home runs, 60 runs scored, 42 RBIs, and he's really dangerous on the base paths, 14 out of 19. Lane is set looking for the strikeout, and he's going to get it. Carson Lane sets down the first batter that he faces for the 2026 season. And a good start for UNLV in this ball game. And I also want to mention that strikeout, the first strikeout of the game, is brought to you by Belfour Property Restoration. So Carson Lane, one of the highlights coming back to this UNLV Hustlin' Rebels team. Lane is set, and the first pitch is going to be taken in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. It is Ray Velasquez due up here, the starting third baseman today. Velasquez, the junior, standing 6'1". Played 2 seasons at Vanderbilt. Last season, he was named at Austin Peay to the first team All-ASUN, where he started 47 of the 50 games, had a .364 average, fourth in conference play, as that one is going to be taken for a strike. 0-2 is the count. He had 18 home runs, 57 RBIs, 54 runs scored, had a .479 on-base percentage. For the Governors, they absolutely raked last year, as I was talking about just a moment ago. They had 112 home runs. As the 0-2 pitch here by Lane is going to be taken high for a ball. 1-2 is the count. We mentioned for Austin Peay last season, 45-14 in the first season under Coach Fanning. They were 35-21, 20-10 in conference play. Lane is sent, and the 1-2 pitch is going to miss on the outside for a ball. 2-2 is the count. Calling balls and strikes today on this beautiful Friday night. Jeff Hendricks, Brooks O'Hearn is over at first, Alberto Ruiz is over at second, and Jason Kaminsky is over at third. Count is 2-2, 1 out early on here in the ball game. Lane is set looking for a second strikeout. He's going to get it. A swing and a miss. Carson Lane, back-to-back strikeouts for the top pitcher for UNLV, as we talked about all Mountain West last season.
The right fielder, number 26, Ty Wisdom.
And I'll bring up Ty Wisdom. Wisdom getting the start today in right field, wearing number 26, the junior, standing 6'1" from Kansas City, Missouri. Lane looking to strike out the side. The first pitch is going to be sent over to second. Easy play. Throw to first will be in time for out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Rebels. We go to the bottom of the first. First chance for UNLV to come up to bat in the 2026 season. We'll be right back here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Back here live at Earl E. Wilson Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Why Tom Check on the call. It was a nice 1-2-3 inning for the Hustlin' Rebels. They'll be up to bat for the first time on the 2026 season.
Number 25, Reggie Bussey.
You hear over the PA system, Reggie Bussey will lead it off for UNLV. A lot of newcomers on this UNLV roster. They returned 10 letter winners from last season's team, including 4 position players and 2 starting pitchers. But there's overall 27 newcomers for the Rebels, 13 pitchers, 14 position players. It'll be Bussey to lead it off for UNLV here in the bottom of the first, as the first pitch is going to be taken down low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. It is Cody Arrington who will get the start today here for Austin Peay. Arrington, the junior, standing 6'2", started out his career at Cali County Community College last season at Austin Peay, as this one is going to be sent foul out of play. 1-1 is the count. Last season he played in 8 games, started all 8, posted a 4-1 record with a 3.54 ERA with 40 2/3 innings of work. Carson Lane with a nice 1-2-3 inning. 2 strikeouts and a ground out to second, as the next pitch is going to miss down low, and the count goes to 2-1. Bussey, the senior from Twinsburg, Ohio, started out his career at Oakland. Last season played at Ohio State. As the next pitch is just going to miss a little bit low, and the count goes to 3-1 here. For Austin Peay, we talked about how great they were hitting last year. Pitching-wise, they were about a team ERA of 5.29, so the big thing they want to improve on the pitching. They did improve from 2024 to 2025, as that one's going to miss down low, ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk for the Hustlin' Rebels here in the bottom of the first inning. Bussy, in his first appearance as a Rebel, is able to draw the walk, and he'll be on the base paths. Last season, he had 9 stolen base. Up to bat for UNLV, Marcos Rosales. Starting second baseman, the junior. Played the last 2 seasons at Cal State Fullerton. Hit .301 his freshman year before a season-ending injury. Last year played in 53 games with 46 starts and had a .246 average with 28 RBIs and 6 home runs. First pitch is going to be taken down low. Good stop behind the plate. And the count is 1-0 with Bussy over at first. You've got Trevor Conley behind the plate. Good stop by Conley. Arrington is set. A little bit of trouble finding the strike zone early on in this outing, as this one's popped up in the air over the right-hand side. Will it stay in play? It will not. It will go into the stands here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. Good crowd on hand here on this opening day. 2026. Can't believe it is 2026. Right now the temperature, a beautiful 60 degrees. Tomorrow, high of 69, both on Saturday and Sunday. For next weekend, it's supposed to get real cold. That's when winter is actually finally going to hit here in Las Vegas. Bussy over at first, bouncing around. The next pitch is going to be taken down low. Good stop yet again behind the plate there by Conley. Count is 1-1 here to Marcos Rosales, the junior, standing 5'9", UNLV. Obviously, we talked about a lot of newcomers for the Rebels. They have to replace their top 4 hitters. Throw back over to first. Will not be in time. Bussy back in safely. The count 2-1, UNLV. So we talked about Carson Lane named to the Mount West preseason team. UNLV projected to finish 6th in the Mount West preseason poll, as there's a big swing and a miss. Rosales was swinging for an RBI, unable to connect, and the count goes to 2-2. Due up next is Aiden Garcia, the designated hitter for UNLV. They're led by Stan Stolte, who is in his 11th season, 244 and 246 for Coach Stolte. Bussy is going, swung on. This one's popped up in the air over the left-hand side. Bussy has to retreat back. Will it go into the stands? It will. Down the third base side, went into the stands about 2 rows in, as Bussy got a good jump. Rosales had to chase with a count 2-2. Last season for UNLV, as a team, they hit .292. They got about 6 to 7 runs per game, about 10 hits per game. The Rebels were 16 and 14 in conference play after missing the conference tournament the previous 2 seasons. Made it for the first time since 2022, as this one's going to be taken down low. Good stop behind the plate yet again. Boy, Arrington's really making Conley work behind the plate here. And the count goes to 3-2. Arrington in danger of walking his second batter here in the top of the first inning. Carson Lane got a nice 1-2-3 inning. Bussy is going. It's going to be taking high, ball 4. So back-to-back walks here for the Rebels, as they'll be threatening in the top of the first bottom of the first inning. And now time will be called here, as we will have our first mound visit of the ball game. As that will bring up Aiden Garcia. Wearing number 2 for UNLV, started out his career at Golden West College in California, last season at Florida Atlantic. He played in 42 games with 39 combined starts as catcher and DH. Had a grand slam in his debut at FAU. Overall hit .248 with 32 hits, 5 home runs, and 36 RBIs. So you've got 2 on with nobody out. And Garcia with an opportunity to pick up the first run here on the 2026 season here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. So the stadium,
Number 2, Aiden Garcia.
the dimensions here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium, got 335 out to left and right field. In the gap, 375 and 400 to straightaway center field. So Cody Arrington walks his first 2 batters of the ball game. And Garcia trying to connect here. Defense is in on the left-hand side, as the first pitch is going to be taken for a strike. 0-1 is the count. The infield for Austin Peay. You've got Velasquez over at third. Matias is over at short. Proctor at second, as there's a swing and a miss there. And the count goes to 0-2. So the mound visit starting to pay off here for Arrington as he's ahead in the count against Garcia, 0-2. Proctor, as we mentioned, over at second. Johnson at first. Conley behind the plate. That is the infield for Austin Peay. Arrington is set. And the 0-2. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Big strikeout with 2 on and nobody out. Garcia is set down. Arrington, after walking the first 2 batters, and the mound visit worked out perfectly. 3 straight strikes. That'll bring up the right fielder, Nin Burns the second. Wearing number 21, one of the newcomers for UNLV. Burns, the senior from Covina, California, standing 5'11". Bounced around in his collegiate career. Get an opportunity here to play at the D1 level at UNLV. As the first pitch is swung on high up into the air, down the right field line, and it is going to land for a base hit. They're going to wave. Nope, going to hold everybody station to station. As Burns the second is able to just get that to land right in front of the right fielder Wisdom. Little bloop single with that ball hanging up in the air for as long as it did. Bussey had to hold up at second. Rosales is over, was able to advance 2 seconds. So station to station as they'll bring up Johnny Rodriguez, the starting first baseman today for UNLV. Rodriguez wearing number 24, the junior from Fullerton, California. Started out his career at Long Beach State. Last season played at Golden West College. As the first pitch, righty versus lefty matchup is going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So the first hit of the ball game is to the senior from California. Rebels threatening 1 out in the bottom of the first. Base is juiced. If you're just joining us, Carson Lane got 2 strikeouts and a ground out to second as there's a chopper over to second. Potential double play ball? No. Throw to first will be in time. It's going to be an RBI ground out. It'll be the first run of the 2026 campaign for UNLV. RBI ground out for Rodriguez. That scores Bussey. Rosales heads over to third. Burns heads over to second. So early on in the ball game, and we talked about how great this offense is for Austin Peay, they will trade a run for an out. That'll bring up Cooper Sheff, the sophomore, standing 6'4" from Las Vegas, Nevada. Went to basic high school. Started out his career at Oregon in 2024. Did not play there. Last season at UNLV, played in 53 games with 49 starts, batted .281. He's one of the top, probably the top hitter coming back for this UNLV lineup. As this one is going to be taken down low for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Sheff batted .281, 5th on the team, 54 hits. That was 4th best on the team. He had 12 doubles, 1 triple, 6 home runs, 30 RBIs. 3 times he was named Mount West Freshman of the Week. As that one's going to be taken down low for a ball. 1-1 is the count. We mentioned Wisdom is over in right field for Austin Peay. Taylor is out in left field. And Pridgeon is in center field. As this one sent high up into the air. This should be an easy play out in center field. As that one had a lot of hang time. It's going to be clamped down for out number 3. But the Rebels do get 1 run across the board. They'll take a 1-0 lead going into the top of the second here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Back here live at Earl E. Wilson Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wyatt Tomczyk on the call. Thank you for joining us here on your Friday night, wherever you are watching on the YouTube channel provided to us by UNLV Athletics. Enjoy everyone being active in the chat. Some funny stuff that you can't repeat on air, but always enjoy looking at the banter. Cole Johnson will lead it off for Austin Peay as they were set down 1-2-3 in the top of the second inning, or in the top of the first, my apologies. Carson Lane, 2 strikeouts and a ground out to second as the first pitch is going to be taken high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So the umpire was looking back a couple times. The scoreboard not working right now. As this one sent high up in the air. Johnson got underneath this one. It's got the elevation. It does not have the distance. Easy play out in right field for out number 1. Johnson last year had 9 home runs. We talked about for the Governors. They raked last year a ton of home runs, over 100 home runs. Andres Matias, the starting shortstop, will be up to bat for the first time in this ball game. So Lane right now, 4 up, 4 down to start out the 2026 season. As there's a big swing and a miss for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Lane, whose fastball hovering around about 92 to 94. As the 0-1 pitch is going to be taken high for a ball. 1-1 is the count. This is game 1 of a 4-game series here between UNLV and Austin Peay. It is the first ever matchup between these two teams. The 1-1 pitch. Going to miss a little bit high for a ball. 2-1 is the count. Rebels scoring 1 run in the bottom of the first inning. Bases loaded with 1 out. To give credit to Arrington to just limit the damage to just 1. It was an RBI ground out. As the next pitch is swung on a miss. Oh, that was a tough swing there by Matias. Didn't really look confident with it. Nice pitch by Lane, and the count will go even 2-2. Matias, who started out his career at Connors State College, played the last 2 seasons at Austin Peay. Last season, 3rd-team All-ASUN. As that one's going to miss down low. Count goes full 3-2. Played in 56 games, 55 overall starts, hit .307, 8 home runs, 43 RBIs. He had 17 multi-hit games. Lane is looking for his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. The payoff pitch is swung on, popped over on the right-hand side in foul territory, and it's going to land. Thought we might have a heroic play over there at first with Rodriguez, but he is unable to get to it. Didn't have an opportunity to give out the defensive alignment here for UNLV. You've got Rodriguez over at first. Rosales is over at second. Chef is over at short. Gunnar Myro is over at third. Salmon is in left field. Bussey is in center. And Burns is second. Out in right field. Behind the plate, Talixon. A lot of newcomers on this team for UNLV for head coach Stan Stolte. The 3-2. Swung on and fouled out of play yet again. That one's going into the parking lot. Reason why you park just a little bit farther away from Earl E. Wilson Stadium. Lane looking for his 3rd strikeout of the ball game. The payoff pitch is swung on high up into the air in the right field. This ball is well hit, going back at the wall, and it's going to die out on the warning track. Burns is able to clamp it down. Matias gave it a ride to right field on a 3-2 count. If that had a little bit of wind, might have been gone. And we're at this time of the year in Las Vegas, I mentioned it right now, where we get some nasty, windy days. We're not talking about 30, 40-mile-an-hour winds, gusts well above that. I remember one game me and Matt Neverett called a weekday game. A fly ball to center field went about 450. It was unbelievable. As this one swung on and fouled back. Count goes to 0-1. Trevor Conley, the starting catcher today, up to bat. Conley was very busy behind the plate. As did a good job avoiding any wild pitches thrown by Arrington. Lane is set. And then the 0-1. It's going to be taken down low for a ball. 1-1 is the count. For Conley, wearing number 2, the senior from Mount Carmel, Ohio. Started out his career at Texas Tech. Has now played his 4th season here at Austin Peay. Named to the first team All-ASUN. Last season in his career, 88 games with 83 starts, a career .307 average with 5 home runs and 55 runs scored. Or 55 RBIs, my apologies, as there's a swing and a miss. And the count goes, believe, 1 and 2. Thought I jumped the scorekeeper there, but beat him by about half a second. Lane is looking for his 3rd strikeout and another scoreless inning. 2 flyouts to right field. This one fouled back out of play. And we'll do it all over again with the count 1 and 2. For UNLV, they will have the bottom of the lineup due up, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. After the Rebels were able to get a single and 2 walks, able to manufacture the first run of the ball game on an RBI ground out. The 1-2 pitch, trying to get to Chase, and it just missed on the outside. Lane taking a couple steps off the mound. The umpire said, nope, just missed on the outside. The dugout over at UNLV was kind of jumping around a little bit. Conley stays alive with the count 2 and 2. Governor's looking still for their first hit of the ball game. There's a chopper over to first. Flip over to Lane, who will cover the bag, and that will end the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for the hustling Rebels. UNLV will come up in the bottom of the 2nd inning, holding a 1-0 lead here from Earl E. Wilson Stadium in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Back here live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Why Tom Check on the call. UNLV on top 1-0. Game 1 of the 2026 season. As the Rebels will be up to bat in the bottom of the 2nd, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Well, we got an opportunity. We want to mention this game is brought to you by the Southern Nevada Chevy dealers. With impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and powerful engines. Chevy Silverado, Colorado, and Tahoe have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. See your Southern Nevada Chevy dealer. And by Pueblo Medical Imaging. The friendly staff of Pueblo Medical Imaging is eager to take care of all your radiology needs and offer same-day, next-day availability. With top-of-the-line state-of-the-art equipment, they're open 7 days a week with early morning and evening appointments to accommodate all patient schedules. Jack Salmon will lead it off for UNLV here in the bottom of the 2nd. Filling in today for me, filling in for Matt Never, who's up in Boise, Idaho. Matt will be back on the call for both games on Saturday and Sunday and throughout the rest of the season. And also be joined by his brother, Drew Nevitt. I don't think Drew will be here this weekend, but he'll be here for the following weekends after that. So the first pitch is going to be missed for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Arrington out for a 2nd inning of work. First 2 batters reach via the walk, then got a strikeout on 3 straight pitches after the mound visit, and was able to limit the damage to just 1 run. .22 pitches for Arrington, so a lot of work in that bottom of the 1st inning as the left fielder Salmon up to bat, and he'll take that one right down the middle of the zone for a strike. Should be 0-2 on the count here. Either 0-2 or 1-2. Might be falling asleep there a little bit on you guys. As Salmon, the left fielder, wearing number 4, the senior, as he's going to rip this one into center field, and it's going to land for a base hit. So Salmon is able to get his first hit of the season, and the Rebels with a leadoff single. Second straight inning for UNLV that they've been able to get their leadoff batter on the base paths.
Number 45, Connor Tallickson.
Tallickson will be up to bat. Wearing number 45, the senior from Irvine, California. Started out his career at Irvine Community College and last season at Utah Tech. Then Utah Tech. Last season at UNLV, played in 12 games with 5 starts, had a pair of hits. He is in the number 8 spot with Salmon over at first, and the first pitch is going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So Salmon to the Hawaii transfer, who had 231, getting the start today. He's able to get the second hit of the ballgame for UNLV. Both have been singles. Tallickson is going to get underneath this one. It's a mile-high pop-up up the chute. Will it stay in play? It is going to land in foul territory. The way that came off the bat, and we've got an overhang, so I couldn't quite see where the ball was. It looked like that was going to go straight up and straight back down, but push backwards into foul territory, and Tallickson will stay alive with the count 0-2. UNLV 2 for 5 on the day. Austin Peay 0 for 6 against the number 1 starter for UNLV, the reigning for Carson Lane, named to the All-Mountain West first team. Named also to the preseason team. So we talked about it for UNLV last season. Got about 6 to 7 runs per game, 10 hits. They hit 55 long balls. That was not even half of what Austin Peay did last year. As this one's going to be down low. Good stop yet again behind the plate there by Conley, who's been very, very active here in the first couple innings and has been able to stop everything. So Arrington is looking for his second strikeout of the ball game. He won't get it there as that one's fouled back out of play yet again. As we mentioned, game 1 of a 4-game series here between UNLV and Austin Peay. First ever matchup between the two, the Hustlin' Rebels and the Governors. Doubleheader tomorrow, first pitch, 12:05 Pacific time. And then Sunday, scheduled first pitch, 12:05 Pacific time as well. This one down low in the dirt. Conley yet again with a nice stop. For the Rebel fans and for the Governor fans, it will be all 3 of the broadcasts after this one will be on the YouTube channel provided to us by UNLV Athletics. Just how you found the one today. Click the link. We should be ready to go. Nobody out. Runner on first. Arrington is set. And did he get it? No, just missed on the outside. Very close there. 3-2. Tight zone for Jeff Henricks. Calling balls and strike. You saw Carson Lane had one earlier there in the top of the second. He took a couple steps off the mound thinking that was going to be it, but he was sent back over to complete the inning. Runner going. This one's popped up in the air. Mile-high pop-up. This might stay in play. Salmon's got to realize it. He's hustling back over to first. It's going to be caught. Throw. No, it's going to be dropped. Oh, it's dropped at first. Cole Johnson missed the ball, and he's going to hear the cheers from the UNLV fans here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. I think with Salmon having to hustle back over to first, looked like Johnson may have took his eyes off the ball, ready to throw back to try to get a double play. That's a big break there for UNLV. The count remains full here, 3-2. And Tallickson is able to stay alive. The payoff pitch. Runner going. This one's popped up yet again over the right-hand side. Johnson will try it again, but it's going to... Johnson reaches over, but about 4 rows into the stands here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. So the count remains full here, 3-2, nobody out. And Arrington having to throw a lot of pitches here early on in this ball game. Last season, as we mentioned, for Austin Peay, 5.29 ERA. That was their lowest ERA as a team since 2013. As this one is going to be taken down, low ball 4, and that's the third walk that UNLV's been able to draw today. So the miscue over in foul territory works out in UNLV's favor. And just like they did in the bottom of the first, here in the bottom of the second, first 2 batters are on the base paths. I'll bring up the junior Gunnar Myro, standing 5'11", from right here in Las Vegas, Nevada, entering his 3rd season at UNLV. Last season, played in 43 games, had 35 starts, hit .260, career high 32 hits, 4 doubles, 3 home runs, 13 RBIs, and 11 walks. He's going to show bunt, pulls back, and it's going to be taken for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So last time Arrington was in this spot with 2 on and nobody out, he was able to get a 3-pitch strikeout. You got Reggie Bussey due up next. He walked. You got Marcos Rosales in the hole. He also walked. One of the 3 walks. That one's going to be taken high, and the count goes to 1-1. For the Governors, they will have the 7, 8, and 9 hitters due up. They've not been able to crack the code of Carson Lane early on in this ball game. As this one sent high and deep into center field. This ball is well hit. Going back at the wall, and it is going to be caught at the warning track. Oh, Gunnar Myro just missed out on a home run. Tagging over at second, heading to third is Salmon. Oh, Myro hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark. If there was any bit of wind, just like we saw on the top of the second, that ball might have been gone. But it's a productive at bat nonetheless for Myro. So we'll go back to the top of the lineup for the Hustlin' Rebels. It will be Reggie Bussey, who walked in his first plate appearance and came around to score the lone run of the ball game. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Talixon stayed over at first. Right now the pitch count for Arrington is at 37. And he's only been able to get 4 outs. This one on the inside almost got Bussey. And a good stop yet again. Boy, Conley has been having to work his magic today to avoid any wild pitches. That 93-mile-an-hour fastball got away from Arrington. Arrington set. Bussey's going to lay down a bunt. It's beautifully placed down the first base line. Run will score. Flip over to first will be in time. And another RBI ground out by UNLV. I believe that's what we scored as Bussey gets the RBI. Salmon scores 2-0 UNLV. Back-to-back innings. UNLV's been able to get a run. Talixon heads over to second. Marcos Rosales will be up to bat. Mentioned he walked in his first plate appearance. So give credit to Arrington. He is limiting. Hopefully you don't give him the announcer's jinx. Remember, the announcer's jinx for Wyatt, it is strong. I jinx everybody in every sport. But I'm going to say it here. Arrington is avoiding the timely hitting right now for UNLV and is at least limiting the damage to just 1. 1-0 is the count as that one's down low for Rosales, who advanced over to third after drawing the walk but was stranded. 3 walks for the Rebels. And could be in position for number 4 as that one's down low for a ball. 2-0 is the count. Got Aiden Garcia due up, and Garcia, the only batter that Arrington has been able to get via the punch-out. The 2-0. Swung on a miss. Looks like Rosales chased that one out of the zone. He had a favorable hitter's count, got the green light, unable to connect. Mentioned for UNLV, projected to finish tied for 6th in the Mountain West. 9 teams in the conference. 2-1, that one swung on and fouled back. New addition, Grand Canyon University was projected to finish 3rd. They had 1 first-place vote. UNR, the in-state rivals of UNLV, got 5 first-place votes. They are projected to win the conference. Fresno State 2nd with 3 first-place votes. New Mexico, San Jose State, we mentioned UNLV, San Diego State, Washington State, 8th, and Air Force 9th in the preseason poll. That one swung on and looks like Rosales fouled that one off of his foot as he hops around. And that one's not a fun thing to have happen. Thankfully for Rosales, I guess if you can say thankfully, it's not a cold night as he's hopping around and try to walk it off here as we have our second mound visit of the evening here for Austin Peay. Arrington right now, the stat line 1 2/3 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs. They've both been earned, 3 walks, and a strikeout. And I believe we're going to have a pitching change. We are. So a pitching change here for the Governors early on in the ball game. We'll take a quick break. Count is 2-2, 2 outs in the bottom of the second inning, and a runner on second. UNLV leads 2-0 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Back here live at Earl E. Wilson Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada, on the YouTube broadcast provided to us by UNLV Athletics. We have a pitching change. I believe it might have been a pitch count here, or pitch count for Arrington. Looking at the chat, I believe that was his first surgery, or first appearance after a surgery. Have to double check that, as the count is 2-2, 2 outs. As this one is going to be taken high for a ball. 3-2 is the count. So a tough one here for Elijah Underhill, who is coming into the ball game. Underhill with a runner on second, and then you come in with the count 2-2. The first pitch missed a little bit high and outside, and the next pitch, this one's fouled back out of play. It was also kind of perfect timing for Rosales with that pitching change, because he did foul the ball off his foot, and he was hopping around for a little bit, so got an extended amount of time to be able to shake it off as he'll try to get a clutch hit. Talixon is over at second, 1 run into the ball game. This one's going to miss outside, ball 4. So Underhill coming out of the pen with a count 2-2 is unable to get the out. So 2 on here with 2 out in the bottom of the second inning. 2's all around. And coming up to bat, number 2, Aiden Garcia. Couldn't even do that if I tried again. Garcia struck out in his first plate appearance. He is 0 for 1 on the day. So Underhill played his last 2 seasons at Eastern Kentucky, where last season he made 15 appearances and had 10 starts. Had a 1-9 record with a 12.38 ERA, 32 Ks in 32 innings of work. As the first pitch is going to hit on the outside for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So Garcia struck out in his last plate appearance, almost identical situation. There was nobody out, but he had runners at second and first. Rosales has drawn now 2 walks in the ball game, as this one's going to miss on the inside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. 2 hits for the Rebels in this ball game. Both of them have been singles. A little bloop single to right field, a bloop single to center. This one's going to miss on the outside, way outside, and the count goes to 2-1. Carson Lane gets another extended break here. Lane right now 6 up, 6 down through 2 innings. This one's down low in the dirt yet again. Conley with a good save behind the plate. He has been busy, but the count is 3-1 here. We'll see if Underhill only been able to get 2 strikes out of the few pitches that he has had out of the pen. Count is 3-1, 2 on, 2 out. 2-0 UNLV on top, as this one's fouled back. Garcia got the green light, could not keep it in fair territory, and the count will be 3-2. Runners will be in motion on the next pitch. And we talked about it for Arrington, dealing with runners on the base paths. He avoided the timely hit. Right now for UNLV, they've had 5 plate appearances with runners on and runners in scoring position. They're 1 for 5. Runners going. This one swung on a miss, strike 3, and that will end the inning as Garcia is set down on strikes for the 2nd straight time. But UNLV does get 1 run across the board. We go to the top of the 3rd inning. UNLV on top, 2-0 here from Sin City. Top of the third here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. UNLV leads it 2-0 on opening night of the 2026 collegiate baseball season. As Keaton Cottom will be up to bat. Did get confirmation for Cody Arrington. That was his first appearance. Oops, sorry, left my computer unmuted there. First appearance since a surgery, and it was told by the radio broadcaster for Austin Peay, either 45 pitches or 3 innings, whatever came first. So Arrington hit that threshold with the 45 pitches and was relieved there in the bottom of the 2nd inning. So his night is done as the designated hitter for Austin Peay is up to bat. And that one's going to be fouled back out of play, and the count goes to 0-2. Carson Lane with an extended break yet again. 6 up, 6 down for the junior from Huntington Beach, California. Opponents hit just .239 against them. And for the Governors, they're still waiting for their first hit of the ball game. The 0-2 is just fouled off. Good off-speed pitch by Lane. Almost got him to chase, but he's just able to stay alive with the count 0-2. Got him wearing number 36. His 4th season here at Austin Peay. Last season played in 22 games, 19 starts, .302 average. As this one hits on the outside part of the zone, strike 3. And it's a backwards K for Carson Lane to start out the top of the 3rd. That is his 3rd strikeout of the evening. 7 up, 7 down for Lane.
Number 6, Paris Pridgeon.
Paris Pridgeon up to bat. So Lane right now dealing. First 7 set down as a bunt's going to be shown, is pulled back, and it's going to be taken for a ball, 1-0 count. The junior Pridgeon, who is entering his 4th season at Austin Peay. Last season saw his most action where he played in 23 games, mainly used as a pitch runner. Was overall 2 for 9 with 12 runs scored and had 5 stolen bases. Lane down in the count here, 2-0. Only time I'm really seeing Lane down in the count, but as he gets a positive pitch, a 93-mile-an-hour fastball is swung on a miss for a strike. That's Zion Taylor due up next. For UNLV in the bottom of the 3rd, they will have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up. 2-1 is swung on, hit pretty well to right field. Burns tracking back, and he's able to clamp it down for out number 2. 3 flyouts to right field that Lane's been able to get. 8 up, 8 down as the number 9 hitter up here for the Governors. Zion Taylor up to bat, the senior, standing 6'2" from Atlanta, Georgia. Started out his career at Walter State Community College and played last season for the University of Mobile. Started 46 games there, posted a .437 average with 9 home runs, 15 doubles, and 60 RBIs. Lane is set, and the first pitch is going to be taken just on the inside for a ball. 1-0 count. Austin Peay last season, one of their best seasons in program history, 45-14, 26-4. But unfortunately for them, unable to win the conference tournament, the ASUN Conference Tournament, as they were eliminated by Florida Gulf Coast. They were 26-4 at home, 16-6 on the road. Right now, Lane with a 1-1 count. That one's going to be on the inside. Taylor moves the bat out of the way, and the count goes to 2-1. Kyler Proctor due up next if Taylor can keep this inning alive. Right now, the count 2-1. UNLV on top, 2-0. Both runs for UNLV. The ball did not leave the infield as this one swung on, popped up over on the right-hand side. Actually, that has a lot more elevation than I thought, a lot more distance, but it's going to die out on the warning track as Burns is able to clamp it down. Taylor with a good ride, but just missed out on it. And that will end the inning. Another 1-2-3 inning for Carson Lane and the Hustlin' Rebels. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. UNLV leads it 2-0 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. We're in the bottom of the third. UNLV on top 2-0. Well, we got an opportunity. We want to mention this game is brought to you by West Coast Trial Lawyers. West Coast Trial Lawyers is the #1 rated personal injury firm and are proud supporters of UNLV athletics. Get the most with West Coast. Nin Burns the second will be up to bat. Burns, who's been very active defensively, is also 1 for 1 on the day. A little bloop single to right field. That happened with runners on second and first, but the ball hung up so high that unable to get an RBI as everyone had to wait before it landed. Second pitch here, misses on the outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Elijah Underhill back out for another inning of work. Coming into the ball game in the bottom of the second. Gave up a walk, but also got a strikeout, and the count is 1-2 as that one hits the outside part of the zone. For Cody Arrington, his night is done, 1 2/3 officially. 2 hits, given up 2 runs. They were both earned 3 walks and a strikeout. His pitch count was at 44 as we have it listed here. He faced 10 batters, 2 flyouts, 1 ground out. Had a little bit of trouble with the command early on in each inning as that one's going to miss on the outside. And so Burns has been able to battle back here and make the count full 3-2. The payoff pitch is a chopper over to second. Charging on in. Throw to first will be in time. Or out number 1, 4-3 on the score sheet if you are following along. As Proctor charges in, is able to get Burns out. 1 out, and that's the first time that UNLV has not been able to get their leadoff batter on the base paths.
Number 24, Johnny Rodriguez.
They'll bring up Johnny Rodriguez, the junior, the lefty. He's 0 for 1 on the day, but it was a productive at-bat. An RBI ground out, the first RBI of the season for the Hustlin' Rebels. Rodriguez, the junior, standing 6'2", weighing in at 220 pounds. As he sends a high drive straight back, out of play. 0-1. That one quickly got out of the stadium. For Rodriguez, who started out his career at Long Beach State last season, played at Golden West College. There he played in 40 games, hit .414 with 6 home runs, 47 RBIs, 45 runs scored, 9 stolen bases, and walked 20 times. He had 22 multi-hit games. Now he is down in the count 0-2. Chases that one, the off-speed pitch out of the zone. You got Cooper Sheff due up next. Or Carson Lane. His first start on the 2026 campaign. 9 up, 9 down. UNLV today as a team 2 for 8. Austin Peay 0 for 9 as Rodriguez goes opposite field to left field and is going to be caught. Diving catch out in left field. Oh, what a play out in left field by Taylor to take away a bloop single for Rodriguez. Diving a little bit head first with a slide, and Taylor's able to clamp it down before it hit the ground. Nice play out there in left. And he'll bring up Cooper Sheff as Austin Peay is looking for their first 1-2-3 inning, their first scoreless frame here early on in the ballgame. First pitch is going to be taken down low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. For Cooper, he flew out to center field in his first plate appearance. Got Jack Salmon due up next. He is 1 for 1 on the day. A little bloop single to center field. One of the 2 hits. I was about to say UNLV almost was able to get bloop singles to right, center, and left field, but Taylor is able to take away a potential base hit. The count is 2-0 here. UNLV been very patient at the plate. 4 walks early on in this ball game. But they have not been able to get the clutch hitting. 1 for 6 with runners on, and the same count with runners in scoring position. They're 0 for 2 with 2 outs. The 3-0. That one's going to hit on the outside for a strike. 3-1 is the count. Mentioned for Cooper, the sophomore from Las Vegas, Nevada, standing 6'4". As he'll take that one for a strike as well. Fastball just gets in, 92 miles an hour. Sheff 3 times last season named to the Mount West, or was the Mount West Freshman of the Week. The payoff pitch is going to be ripped into center field, and it's going to land for a base hit. The first 2-out hit of the ball game by either team goes to the Hustlin' Rebels as Cooper Sheff, after thinking that the last pitch was ball 4, rips one into center field.
The
And that'll bring up Jack Salmon, who is 1 for 1 on the day. And UNLV, 3 hits now as a team. Rebels have left 4 runners on the base paths. I just mentioned, though, they have not been able to get the clutch hitting early on in this game. 1 for 6 with runners on. The first pitch is going to miss on the outside, down low for a ball. 1-0 to count. For the senior, wearing number 4, standing 6'3", started out his career at Golden West College. Last season played at Hawaii, where he played in 29 games. As he gets underneath this one and fouls it back down the left field line, out of play. Count goes to 1-1. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. UNLV's been able to get a base runner on in all 3 innings and have scored in 2 of the first 3, trying to keep that streak alive here. Throw back over to first. And getting back in is Chef. Mentioned for Salmon, the Hawaii transfer, primarily as a pitch hitter last year there. 231 with a double, triple, 5 RBIs, and 5 walks. He'll take that one high for a ball. 2-1 is a count. The Rebels are really making the pitching staff work today here for the Governors. Underhill out of the pen, replacing Arrington. Has had 1 walk today. The 2-1. This one sent high and deep into center field. This ball is well hit. Going back at the wall, and it is off the top of the wall. Chef will round third. He will score. Salmon's going to head to third with an RBI. 2-out triple, and UNLV is now on top 3-0. On a rocket shot by Jack Salmon, who is able to hit it off the top of the wall, deepest part of the ballpark here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. And UNLV, 3 straight innings that they've been able to score. It looked like Austin Peay was going to get their 1-2-3 inning. And Talkeson will be up to bat. Talkeson on the day walked in his lone plate appearance, with Salmon over at third. First pitch is going to miss down low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. We've seen the ball carry today, even with no win. Usually, though, the ball has been able to die out at the warning track, and the outfielder has been able to make the catch. This time, it went over the head of Pridgeon in center field. A 1-0. It's going to be taken high and inside. 2-0 is the count. Got Gunnar Myro, who just missed out on a home run in his first plate appearance as he sent it to center field. He is due up next if the Rebels can keep this inning alive. And for UNLV, able to get the second hit with runners on today, 2 for 7. And the count now 2-1 as that one is dropped in for a strike. Due up in the top of the fourth. They'll be the top of the lineup for Austin Peay. Proctor, Velasquez, and Wisdom. Underhill is set the pitch. This one's a chopper over to third, and it's going to go into foul territory. Count now 2-2, 2 outs. That was the first extra base hit of the ball game for UNLV. First 3 hits were singles. But back-to-back 2-out hits here. Now UNLV 2 for 4 in that department. Underhill is set, trying to limit this to just 1 run. Check swing. Did he go around? The plate umpire says yes. Throw to first just in case. And that will end the inning. But a 2-out triple by Jack Salmon. He is able to bounce it off the top of the wall. RBI triple. We go to the top of the fourth with Rebels in control of this one. 3-0 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Kyler Proctor will lead it off in the top of the 4th inning. Right now, UNLV on top 3-0. 1 run in each of the first 3 innings for the Rebels. Carson Lane has been dealing right now. 9 up, 9 down, but now you got to go through the lineup for the second time. As the first pitch by Lane is going to miss well outside for a ball. 1-0's the count. Proctor struck out in his first plate appearance, one of the 3 strikeouts for Carson on the day. Lane now in his 3rd season here at UNLV, the top pitcher returning from last year's squad. Overall team ERA for the Rebels, they had a 5.12 ERA. Opponents were hitting .263 against them. They had 430 strikeouts compared to 253 walks. Rebels obviously would like to get that ERA down from 5 to maybe hovering around 4.3 if they can. As that one is in there. Or just missed, sorry, for a ball. 2-0 is the count. Same thing, though, for Austin Peay. They would love to get that number down. We talked about how great the offense was for Austin Peay last year. They brought back a lot of key players from last year's squad that were part of that historic season. But right now, today, they have not been able to find their rhythm against Lane, as the count now 3-1. Ray Velasquez is due up next. Proctor, as we mentioned, good on the base paths. 14 out of 19. As this one is sent foul out of play, and the count goes to 3-2. First team all ASUN. For Austin Peay, they return 19 players from last season's squad, bring in 15 newcomers, including 12 transfers. Obviously, this new day and age in collegiate sports, the transfer portal is so important. Can help make or break a season. As this one's popped up over on the right-hand side, it'll be in play. Over at first, it will be Rodriguez who will clamp it down for out number 1 here in the top of the 4th inning. So Proctor set down. He's 0 for 2 on the day, and they'll bring up Ray Velasquez.
Now batting the 3rd baseman, number 7, Ray Velasquez.
The junior from Massachusetts, standing 6'1". Started out his career at the University, or at Vanderbilt. Last season named to the first team All-ASUN as well. So you got 2 good players, really good players at the top of the lineup here for the Governors. As the first pitch is going to miss for a ball, 1-0's the count. For UNLV in the bottom of the 4th inning, they will have the 9, 1, and 2 hitters due up. And for Bussey and Rosales, it'll be their 3rd go-around. So UNLV has put a lot of traffic on the base paths today. They've at least been able to score 1 run. Right now, still 3-0, and with this offense of Austin Peay, I know they've been quiet today. 10 straight set down by Lane, but you never know what's going to happen. And with a good offensive unit like that, it only takes a couple clutch hits, and all of a sudden you're looking up and it's like, hey, this is a brand new ball game. Right now, the count 2-0. There's a little bit of delay here as the home plate umpire throws the ball back over to the UNLV dugout. Velasquez struck out in his lone plate appearance. The 2-0. Big swing and a miss, and Lane gets a little bit of momentum back in this battle. 2-1 is the count. Got Ty Wisdom due up next. He is 0 for 1, a ground out to second. You see the shift over on the left-hand side for UNLV. As this one's going to be taken high for a ball. 3-1 is the count. You got Rosales, who's just playing, as you're looking at it on the screen, to the right of second base. If Velasquez can go opposite field, that first base line is wide open. 3-1. He gets underneath this one. Mile high pop up over the left-hand side. It's going into foul territory. Myro is able to clamp it down as the ball was playing a little bit of tricks on him, as that'll be out number 2. It's Carson Lane still dealing here in the top of the 4th inning. Austin Peay still looking for their first hit of the ball game. And we'll see here for Lane, before that last plate appearance, or that last battle, he was at 44 on the pitch count. We're closing in on 50. Wait for the updated stats here. As the first pitch is popped up over the left-hand side yet again, but this one is going to go well out of play on top of the overhang here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium to protect the fans from the sunlight when about the end of the year here in Las Vegas, about May, you're pushing almost 100 degrees.
That's all we have for the whole regular season. That's all we have. None of
Lane looking for another 1-2-3 inning. This is on the fastball down low, 93 for Lane. He hovers around 92 to 94, does Carson. And with those last couple pitches, he is over 50 on the day. He's been efficient. Hasn't had to work a lot as there's a swing and a miss on that one, and the count goes to 1-2. On Wisdom, who we mentioned grounded out to second in his first plate appearance. Ty played the last 2 seasons at Kansas. Played in 22 games there with 4 starts, 235 with a home run, double, triple, and 7 RBIs as he fouls this one off yet again. So trying to make Lane work and trying to get their first base runner on the base paths. Anything that they can get for Austin Peay, they will take. Lane looking for his 4th strikeout of the ball game, the 1-2 pitch. Down low. Could not get Wisdom to chase. Count 2-2 on the off-speed pitch by Carson. As we mentioned, a beautiful, beautiful day, beautiful night here in Las Vegas. It has been a warm winter. Warm winter here on the West Coast. Not a lot of snow. As somebody who loves winter, not liking it. As this one is ripped foul over to the practice facility for UNLV. Wisdom, good contact, but just obviously well out in front. And we'll do it all over again with the count 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning. Right now the line score for UNLV, 3 runs off of 4 hits, no errors. They've left 5 runners on the base paths. 0s across the board here for Austin Peay. The Governors still waiting, still looking for their first hit, first base runner. 2-2, and they might get it here. This one's ripped to right field, coming on in. A diving catch. Is it caught? No, it bounces off the glove of Burns. Heading over second. The play will not be in time as the throw gets away, and it's going to go all the way to the dugout for Austin Peay. Wisdom will head over to third, and it's going to go into the dugout, and he will head home. No, the home plate umpire is signaling you're going back over to third on the errant throw. And now we have our first dispute of the 2026 season. And now we're going to get a conference call. So Wisdom, a line drive to right field. Burns with a diving attempt. The ball bounced off of his glove, and then the throw to second. They had a play at UNLV, but it got away from Chef. And then they also got away from Myro. And it bounced off of the netting on the third base dugout for Austin Peay. And they're going to send Wisdom back over to third. So on this conference call here, first of the season, is Roland Fanning trying his best to get his trying to state his case, but I don't think they're going to win it here. Still a long discussion. And this is still a very, very long discussion. It seems to be cordial right now. Obviously, we're not outside and hearing it. Now, with how the offense is going, how Carson Lane has been pitching, I think Coach Fanning is trying his best to manufacture that run himself. So an error for UNLV on the throw to second. First base hit of the ball game.
First baseman, number 34, Cole Johnson.
So they'll bring up Cole Johnson. And I mentioned for Roland Fanning, he was in his 3rd season. Check that. He's in his 4th season. His first season, they went 26-32. But after that, 35-19 and that great season last year where they went 45-14. So runner at third here with 2 outs in the top of the 4th inning. Carson Lane will have to deal with his first real threat on the base paths. His first pitch is going to be taken high for a ball, 1-0 is the count. And they're going to make Carson throw some extra pitches here. It's a big thing with a starter that is dealing. We don't know how long his leash is going to be, with that first game of the year. The 1-0. That one is going to be taken high for a ball, 2-0 is the count. So Cole Johnson up to bat. He flew out to right field in his first plate appearance. Johnson, the sophomore from Austin, Texas, 6'5". The 2-0. This one's fouled back out of play into the stands, or maybe over the stands here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. As I mentioned, great crowd on hand. Opening night. Last weekend we had the start of the softball season. This weekend, the start of the baseball season. So big tournaments going on only at the Aviators Ballpark, out in the Rangers Ballpark as well. 2-1. This one's sent over to first on a bounce, and a nice play by Rodriguez. He'll take it himself, and that will end the inning as Austin Peay is able to get their first hit of the ball game, but they strand the runner at third. We go to the bottom of the fourth. The Hustling Rebels on top of Austin Peay 3-0 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Bottom of the fourth here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. Wyatt Tomczyk on the call. It'll be the 9-1 and 2 hitters for UNLV. We want to mention that tonight's game is brought to you by America First, Nevada's premier credit union. Whatever financial goals you've got for yourself, your family, or your business, America First can help you get your money working. So head to americafirst.com and join the home team today. Gunnar Myro will lead it off for UNLV. Myro just missed out on a 3-run home run in his first plate appearance. Sent a drive to center field to the deepest part of the ballpark, and he'll take the first pitch for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So they give Wisdom a double on that sequence of events and then advanced into third on the error for UNLV. They gave the throwing error on Burns. Austin Peay, they were trying to work to say, hey, that there should be an advancement head over to home as Myro is hit by a pitch on a 1-1 count. And for the fourth straight inning, UNLV has got somebody on the base paths. Traffic yet again as Elijah Underhill out for his third inning of work. Right now, 1 1/3, 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, a walk, and 2 strikeouts. Has given up that triple. That was by Salmon, the 2-out triple. Reggie Bussey up to bat. And Bussey has not registered a plate appearance, a walk, and a sacrifice bunt that resulted in an RBI. As the first pitch, he will foul this one almost off his foot, looked like. Count 0-1. Got Marcos Rosales due up next. He has walked in both of his plate appearances. Overall, 4 walks for the Rebels. They are 2 for 8 with runners on today, 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Back-to-back 2-out hits got them to a 2 for 5 average right now. Carson Lane finally gave up his first hit of the ballgame on that 2-out double by Wisdom. 0-1. This one's going to be taken down low for a ball. So Bussey with a run scored and an RBI and a walk. His first game as a UNLV Rebel. Bussey is set, and so is Underhill, and that one's going to miss on the outside, way outside, for a ball. 2-1 is the count. Bussey, the senior, standing 6'2" in a favorable hitter's count. 2-1, the pitch. Check swing, but it's going to be, nope, the home plate umpire said he went around. And Bussey's like, whoa, I don't think I went around. He wanted to peel over to third, but the home plate umpire says, nope, you went around. Also looked like a strike regardless. So the count is 2-2. With Gunnar Myro over at first, hit by a pitch for Austin Peay in the top of the fifth. They will have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. That one, a little bit of a mix-up there. Kind of crossed up Conley, and it looked like it crossed the zone. Obviously, when you kind of cross up your catcher, that doesn't work in your advantage. And the count goes now full 3-2. Rebels trying to get, yet again, runners at second and first. They've done that in the first and second inning. Runner going. It's going to be taken down low, ball 4. So Bussey has now walked twice, has an RBI sacrifice bunt. And that brings up the second baseman, Marcos Rosales. Rosales on the day, as we mentioned, has walked in both of his plate appearances. As the Rebels right now, this will be their 9th registered plate appearance with runners on. They're 2 for 8, and their 8th plate appearance with runners in scoring position. They're 1 for 7. Underhill is set with 2 on and nobody out. And UNLV's got both runners on the base pass without making contact, hit by a pitch and a walk. Rebels have now drawn 5 walks today, 6 overall base runners without having to make contact. They 1-0. That one hits on the outside for a strike. 1-1 is the count. You've got Aiden Garcia due up next. Garcia has not had the success that he would like to start out the season. He is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. And both strikeouts have come with runners on the base paths. UNLV's left 5 runners on today. This one down low, and good job by Rosales to be able to hold his swing, appeal over to first, and they said he did not go around. So Bussey over at first, Myro at second. UNLV last season as a team, 36 out of 52 on stolen base opportunities. This one's going to be ripped down the right field line. It's going to land for a base hit, and it's going to go all the way to the wall. Myro's going to score. They're going to wave Bussey home. The throw is cut off. The throw at the plate will not be in time. Heading over to third, and it's going to be an out.
9-4-2-5.
So it's a 2-run double for Rosales as he was trying. No, now the umpire is saying it's safe. Don't know what happened, but Rosales is safe. I don't know if somebody got in his way, but he rips one down the right field line for a 2-run double. 5-0 UNLV on top, still nobody out. And a big-time hit for UNLV with runners on and with runners in scoring position. Garcia will be up to bat. Mentioned 0 for 2 on the day. Defense in, no-run defense for Austin Peay. So it looked like it was going to be the first out of the ball game. Looked like interference, I believe, was the call. And Rosales, who was heading over to third, he was thrown out by a mile, but got the beneficial call. 1-0 is the count here to Garcia, who struck out in both of his plate appearances, as we mentioned. 1-0. He's going to miss on the outside for a ball. 2-0 is the count. So Underhill struggling here in the 4th inning. UNLV has now scored in all 4 innings. 5-0 the score. A 2-run double by Rosales. The Cal State Fullerton transfers. This one's sent foul out of play. And the count 2-1. For the UNLV fans, the running Rebels, they are off and running up in Boise, Idaho, taking on the Broncos. UNLV won the first game at the Thomas and Mack, but this one at the Extra Mile Arena right now with 10:32 to go in the first half. 20-9, Boise State on top. As this one sent high up into the air over the right-hand side, and it's going to be sent foul out of play. Matt Neverett, the usual broadcaster for the Hustling Rebels, he'll be back for both games tomorrow and on Sunday. He'll also be joined by his brother, Drew Neverett. Drew also calls games for me at for UNLV volleyball, a rock star. So is Matt. Good battle between the two. I don't know yet who's at the top of my power rankings. The 2-2 pitch. This one sent high up into the air over the right-hand side. I don't know if it's going to be deep enough to score Rosales. It's going to be caught it right. Rosales is going to deke out the throw as he went about a quarter of a way and then heads back. It's a good throw by Wisdom. Not deep enough, so Garcia is able to finally make contact, but not able to push it far enough as Nin Burns the second will be up to bat. Burns is 1 for 2 on the day. So now UNLV with runners on 3 for 10, with runners in scoring position 2 for 9. But have scored in all 4 innings. They are giving Carson Lane a 5-run lead. He's only given up 1 hit through 4. As the first pitch is going to hit on the outside for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Burns singled in his first plate appearance and then grounded out to second in his second. Proctor, he does a great job. I'll tell you what. Conley, my apologies. Blocking behind the plate. Conley has been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, I count almost close to 10 times where he has had one in the dirt, and he has not let any go by. One and one is the count, the pitch. This one, slap foul down the right field line. Still no run defense here on the infield for Austin Peay. We'll have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. It'll be Matias who will lead it off. And Conley, we talked about behind the plate, has been doing a really good job. And caught him. 1 and 2 is the count. Down low, it's bounced, and another good stop by Conley. I mean, that one didn't even come close. Bounced off the dirt, off the chest protector, and Conley is still able to keep it in front of him. 2 and 2 is the count, 1 out. Rosales over at third with that 2-run double. He was just able to land fair down the right field line. The 2-2 pitch. This one fouled out of play yet again. And they're making Underhill work. Played his last 2 seasons at Eastern Kentucky. As we mentioned, last season did not have the season that he would like. 1-9 record, 12.38 ERA, 32 Ks in 32 innings of work. That one misses. 2 and 2 is the count, 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 5th. This one fouled back yet again. Runner at third, 3 and 2 is the count, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning as UNLV pulling away in this first matchup. First of 4 games this weekend. This one's going to be taken high, ball 4, and Burns is able to draw the walk. Second time he has reached base, 1 single, 1 walk. That's the 6th time that the Rebels have reached base via the free pass. And now we're going to get a mound visit here. We see some action in the bullpen here for Austin Peay. And I believe we may have a pitching change here for Austin Peay. The runner at third, everyone coming off the base paths for UNLV. So it will be a pitching change. We'll take a quick break and be right back here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Right now, UNLV on top 5-0 with 2 on and 1 out here from Earl E. Wilson Stadium. Johnny Rodriguez will be up to bat for UNLV here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Pitching change for Austin Peay, their third pitcher of the ball game. It is DJ Merriweather out of the pen. It'll be a lefty versus lefty matchup. Runners at the corners with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The big hit, Marcos Rosales, who's still over at third, the 2-run double, as the first pitch off speed dropped in there for a strike. 74 miles an hour on that one. 0-1 is the count. The junior Merriweather, standing 5'11" from Clarksville, Tennessee. Last season as a pitcher, also has some time as a hitter as well. He came in relief in 11 games, worked 15 2/3. As this one's fouled back into the netting, and the count goes to 0-2. 2-0 record last season. So for Elijah Underhill, he is on the hook for the runners at the corners here. And for UNLV, 3 of their base runners have been without putting the ball in play, as that one just missed on the outside. 1-2 is the count. Hit batter and 2 walks. Rodriguez on the day. He is 0 for 2. RBI ground out in his first plate appearance and then flew out to left in his second go-around. Burns at first, Rosales at third, As there's a swing and a miss. Rodriguez chased that one well out of the zone and a nice strikeout. Nice sequence there for Merriweather. And UNLV is going to need a 2-out hit here if they want to extend their lead on top 5-0. They'll bring up Cooper Sheff.
The shortstop, number 22, Cooper Sheff.
Sheff, 1 for 2 on the day. He has one of the 2 hits for UNLV with 2 outs. A single in the center field, and he came around to score on the triple by Jack Salmon, who is on deck if Sheff can keep this inning alive. Off speed, dropped in just a little bit low. Good stop, hit again by the starting catcher today for the Governors, Trevor Conley. 1-0 is the count. Long inning yet again. This is giving Carson Lane another extended break, as Lane has only given up the 1 hit through 4 innings. It was that double with 2 outs. An errant throw moved the runner over to third, Wisdom. But Lane was able to get a ground out to first to end the threat. The count is 1-1. Right now for the Rebels, 5 for 15 as a team, 333 average, 3 for 11 with runners on, 273, and with runners in scoring position, just 2 for 10. One of those hits did come early on in this inning. Next pitch. It's going to be down low, and the count goes to 2-1. Only one instance for UNLV where they've loaded the bases up. That came in the bottom of the first. That resulted in the RBI groundout that Rodriguez was able to get. 2-1 is the count. Pitch. This one's going to be ripped to center field for a base hit. Past the diving Matias, and coming in to score will be Rosales as Cooper Sheff. He is cooking with 2 outs. That's his second hit in as many plate appearances with 2 outs. 6-0 is the score, as that one got through the diving attempt by Matias in the left center field. I'll bring up Jack Salmon, who just missed out on a home run in his last go-around. Hit it off the wall in straightaway center field, an RBI triple. And UNLV, an opportunity to really blow this game open. Right now, 6-0. Best inning for the Rebels. 3 runs now here in the 4th. 2 on, 2 out. First pitch is going to be in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. That run scored for UNLV will be credited to Underhill. Still on the hook for Burns at second. Rebels 6 hits. They've had 6 walks, 1 hit batter. Majority of this game for Austin Peay, for the pitching staff today, they have had to deal with runners on the base paths. As that one missed on the inside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Merriweather set. The pitch is going to be a little dribbler. That's going to go foul down the third baseline. Count 1-2. UNLV, as we mentioned, projected to finish 6th in the Mountain West preseason poll. A final iteration of the Mountain West. Next year, UNLV will be welcoming in Hawaii, UC Davis. Grand Canyon was a year early. They were supposed to come in next year. UTEP. As the 1-2 here from Merriweather, looking for the strikeout, unable to get it. Good stop yet again by Conley. 2-2 is the count, 2 outs. With 2 on in the bottom of the 4th, 3 runs already in for the Rebels. 3 runs off of 2 hits. Salmon 2 for 2 on the day. Single and the RBI triple. He also came around to score a run in that 2nd inning as well. Lefty versus lefty matchup. Merriweather set the 2-2. No, he's going to throw back over to second, and it's not in time. Burns quickly gets back. Burns the second over at second. Cooper Chef over at first. Salmon trying to get another 2-out hit. UNLV now 3 for 6 as a team with 2 outs. The 2-2. That one beautifully placed. Strike 3 called. And that will end the inning as Salmon is frozen. Backwards K, but a productive inning for UNLV. They get 3 in the bottom of the 4th inning. They give Carson Lane now a 6-run cushion. As we go to the top of the 5th, Rebels in control of this one here from Las Vegas, Nevada on the YouTube channel provided to us by UNLV Athletics. Top of the 5th here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. UNLV currently on top 6-0. Game 1 of this 4-game series to start out the 2026 campaign. The Rebels are looking good on both sides, offensively, on the mound, defensively. Well, we got an opportunity. We want to mention this game is brought to you by Sierra Conditioning and Plumbing. Sierra Conditioning and Plumbing makes quality service our top priority and was voted best air conditioning company in Las Vegas. Our highly trained technicians will make sure the job is done right the first time. Sierra is here to help you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call Sierra Conditioning and Plumbing today for service that soars above the rest. As the first pitch by Carson Lane here in the top of the 5th inning. Carson has really been dealing right now. 4 innings of work, just the 1 hit given up, no runs, no walks, 4 strikeouts, and the count now 1-1 here. Andres Matias up to bat. Matias flew out to right in his first plate appearance. The 1-1. That one's going to miss on the outside for a ball. Count is 2-1 here for Carson. Right now, the pitch count at 65. There's a little bit of stoppage play. I don't know what happened. Starting catcher today for UNLV. Talixon heads on over to the dugout. Don't know if it's anything with his glove or whatnot, but he's back over. The count 2-1. Looked like it might have been the pitch comm. So UNLV on top 6-0. As this one's popped up in the air and it's going to go foul out of play. And we'll do it all over again. Well, not all over again. We'll add a strike to it. 2-2. There we go. Lane, that last fastball for him, 91. Usually hovers around 92 to 94. UNLV can't quite see because there's a lot of tarps up there. I believe they got some action in the bullpen. See some stirring. This count is 3-2. I was all ready to go. The only thing that I forgot today, first game of the year, so you always forget something the first time you do, anything new on the season. Forgot the binoculars, so we're squinting today as the 3-2 pitch. This one's hopped up over on the right-hand side, And it's going to go foul out of play. Thankfully, it's a night game, so you can see the ball. If this was a day game, Wyatt might have been in trouble. How bad my eyesight is. Carson Lane has faced 13 batters, has only given up the one hit. It was a little bloop single to right field. Burns with a diving attempt, unable to get it, and he's just walked his first batter of the ball game. That one missed well low, and Lane, the leadoff batter on the base paths here, and that's the best start. You know, hey, that's how you get a rally going. Get the leadoff batter on. So Matias is able to draw the walk. Helping up Trevor Conley, who has done a fabulous job behind the plate today. I mean, he has faced a lot of pitches in the dirt, and he has been able to keep it in front of him. I don't think any of those errant pitches have gone behind him. Defense is in, maybe expecting a surprise squeeze, at least on the third base side. Myro is on the grass. On the first pitch, off speed by Lane is going to be taken high for a ball. 1-0 count. Still see some stirring, but I can't see. There's obviously the tarp is up on the right-hand side. You guys can't see it on the screen, so you can't see if anybody's throwing for UNLV. As the 1-0 pitch, this one's fouled back into the netting in the count. 1-1, 92 miles an hour on that last fastball by Carson. Last season, 6-4 with a 4.23 ERA. He is their top pitcher returning from last season's squad. UNLV has replaced 2 of their top 3. Overall with a 5.12 ERA, we're the Hustlin' Rebels. Made the conference tournament, trying to build off of that, but they had a lot of newcomers on the squad. A lot of key players leaving in the transfer portal. 1-2 is the count. Conley. He is 0 for 1 on the day. You got Matias over at first. About an average size lead at first. Lane is not thrown back, and he won't hear the pitch. This one's fouled out of play yet again. And you hear the, if you can kind of hear it, you can see it over on the left-hand side. The dugout for Austin Peay clapping. They're trying to get at work. You know, here's the thing. You haven't been able to crack the code of Lane, but right now the pitch count is over 70. If you can make him work, you can get him out of the ball game. If you can shorten his outing by an inning, that's a big win. Get to the bullpen for UNLV. So there's a swing and a miss. Lane is able to get Conley to chase for his 5th strikeout of the ball game. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. I was wondering with the home plate umpire, if he was making a motion over to the dugout. I thought maybe somebody was arguing, but he was doing the fishing motion. He was trying to reel in some more baseballs. So Lane is able to get the strikeout on the off-speed pitch, able to get Conley to chase. Got him, will be up to bat. With Matias still over at first. And this one's going to miss on the outside for a ball. 1-0 is a count. For Cottom, the designated player. Designated player, so I got the softball in my mind. Designated hitter for Austin Peay. He was caught looking in his last go-around, his only go-around. One of the 5 strikeouts for Lane. Count is 1-0, the pitch. Carson would love a double play ball here, and that one's going to be dropped in for a strike on the 92-mile-an-hour fastball. We haven't had a double play ball. We had one potential double play ball that happened in the bottom of the first. And Austin Peay went just for the throw to first, the 4-3 on the score sheet, as this one's fouled back out of play. That's when UNLV had the bases juiced. Their only plate appearance with the bases juiced today. We mentioned tomorrow will be a doubleheader between these two teams. Schedule first pitch, 12:05 Pacific time. We will have the broadcast on the YouTube channel provided to us by UNLV Athletics. Matt Neverett will be back from Boise, Idaho. He'll take over play-by-play duties. As there's a swing and a miss there. Strike 3. Back-to-back strikeouts by Carson Lane after giving up his first walk of the ball game. Now up to 6 strikeouts. So Lane looking to get another 0 spot on the board. Pridgeon up to bat. He flew out in his first go-around out to right field. Showing bunt. First pitch. This one's going to get away momentarily, but no harm, no foul. 1-0 is the count. Tollickson did a good job of at least getting enough on that to where it didn't roll too far away from him. Pridgeon up to bat. The count 1-0. Lane is set. Back-to-back strikeouts for Carson. He's now down in the count 2-0. Now up to 80 pitches. Think maybe he might get one more. We'll see. First game of the year. Stan Stolte, we'll see how he wants to maneuver his bullpen. The 2-0. That one is on the inside and just missed. 3-0 is the count. Taylor due up next if Paris can keep this inning alive. Lane trying to get back in the strike zone, down 3-0 with a runner on and 2 outs. The pitch doesn't happen there, so it's 2 walks in this inning for Carson. And that was 4 more pitches up to 82, so he could be closing in on 90. This might be the final inning for Lane in this first outing on the 2026 campaign. Taylor, and now time will be called here. And it looks like we're going to get a mound visit. Coach Hope, the pitching coach for UNLV. Talk it over with Lane, who needs one more out to qualify for the win. For the Rebels, you talk about all the newcomers that they had on the team. 13 of them are pitchers. We'll have to see how that bullpen is for the Rebels. Carson, one of the strong, the key players coming back, and the way Carson pitched last year, what we're seeing right now, you feel very comfortable with what the Friday night starter is going to be. But now, obviously, a lot of question marks on the bullpen, on who the Saturday and Sunday. UNLV, the first game, I believe that might be a bullpen game. I'll have to double check how the Rebels want to handle that. As it's a doubleheader than UNLV, they will be on the road after these 4 games for just 1 game. So Lane is set. He'll face off here against Taylor, who flew out to right in his first plate appearance, his lone plate appearance. First pitch is going to be taken for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So for UNLV, they will be on the road on February 17th, next Tuesday, against UC Riverside, and then we'll be back at home here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium for a 3-game series against Bradley. Then they'll have a 2-game midweek series against Western Michigan. This one's fouled back out of play. First series for UNLV in conference play will be on March 13th. They will travel up to Colorado Springs, Colorado, to take on Air Force, where if you like scoring, that is a place where it has a lot of scoring. The elevation up in Colorado Springs at the Air Force Academy. Lane in control of this count here, 0-2, and just a little bit high on the 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Count goes to 1-2. 2-on. 2 walks in this inning for Carson and 2 strikeouts. Well, nothing has been put in play here. As the 1-2 pitch trying to get the chase, unable to. If Taylor can keep this inning alive, you go back to the top of the lineup with Proctor, who is 0 for 2 on the day. UNLV in the bottom of the 5th inning, they will have the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up. Lane is set. And the 2-2 pitch is a chopper that goes foul down the first baseline. That's good potential, but Taylor's just pushed a little bit too far to the right. 2-2 is the count. Matias over at second. Pridgeon is over at first. Taylor up to bat. Right now today for Austin Peay, this is their 4th plate appearance, registered plate appearance with runners on. They're 0 for 3. The 2-2 is dropped, but nobody will advance, and it just missed. 3-2 is the count. Tollickson dropped the ball, so the runners will be in motion here. And if Carson can't get this out, I mean, we've already seen 1 mound visit. Does Stan Stolte go to the pen? Carson needs one more out to qualify for the win. Count is 3-2. Payoff pitch. Runners will be in motion. And it's going to be ripped into right center field for a base hit. Matias will be waved home. He will score. They're also going to wave Pridgeon home. He will score standing up, and it's a two-run single, two-out single for Zion Taylor. And Austin Peay finally gets their first runs of the 2026 campaign. It is 6-2 here in the top of the fifth inning. And looks like Lane will stay in the ball game here. Nope, he will not. Here comes Stan Stolte, the head coach for UNLV in his 11th season. So Carson Lane had a lot of good moments in this ball game, but a high pitch count here in the fifth inning, 2 runs, a 2-run single with 2 outs mixed in with a few walks. And the Friday night starter, the number 1 starter for UNLV, will head to the dugout, get a round of applause from the fans here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium, but will finish 1 out short of registering a win. We'll go to a quick break. We'll name the pitcher for UNLV coming out of the timeout here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Back here live at Earl E. Wilson Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. My Tom Check on the call. Pitching change here for UNLV, brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Carson Lane out of the ball game. Lane had been dealing through the first 4 innings. Gave up a leadoff walk, got 2 straight strikeouts. Looked like he was going to be able to lock in and get a 0 spot on the board, but give credit to Austin Peay. They're able to battle, and Zion Taylor with a 2-run single to right center field as the first pitch swung on a miss for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Jace Evangelista on the mound for UNLV, the junior from Riverside, California, stands 6'2". Played the last 2 seasons at Washington. Last season there, he had 8 appearances, all in relief, through 12 innings, 13 earned runs, 13 walks, 8 Ks, had 11.25 ERA. Proctor up to bat here. Evangelista, kind of looking at his stats. He could be used as a long relief pitcher for UNLV, as right now he is in control of this one. Another swing and a miss, 1-2 is the count. 75 pitches, right around, if he could be that long relief pitcher. Fastball with some cut, 90 to 93 miles an hour. Cutter sitting around 87 to 89. Might be the best pitch that they have. That was Coach Ope, the pitching coach, talking to Matt Neverett yesterday, as that one is going to be taken down low for a ball. 2-2 is the count, and also mixes in a curveball. So Evangelista, the righty, going up against the righty Proctor, who was 0 for 2 on the day, of strikeouts and a pop-up. This one down low, and the count goes to 3-2. And Austin Peay is doing a really good job here in the top of the fifth inning, just working this count, working. And that's how they got Carson Lane out of the ballgame. And the success here now with 2 outs. They're 2 for 6 with 2 outs. The payoff pitch. Runner going. A chopper over to third. Myro has it. Long throw over to first will be in time by about a step, and that will end the inning. So Austin Peay is able to get 2 runs across the board, but they strand 1 runner. We go to the bottom of the fifth. UNLV's lead down to 4, 6-2. Rebels on top. We'll be right back here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Back here live at Earl E. Wilson Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wyatt Tomczyk on the call. Thank you for joining us here on your Friday night, wherever you are watching on the YouTube channel provided to us by UNLV Athletics. Opening night of the 2026 collegiate baseball season. Well, we got an opportunity. We want to mention this game is brought to you by Parkway Tavern. Parkway Tavern, official partner of UNLV Athletics and your official home of Rebels on the Road with over 250 beers, 24/7 gaming, and 7 valid locations. There's no better place to catch the game than Parkway Tavern. Go Rebels! So up to bat for UNLV, the starting catcher, Connor Talixon. And he'll take the first pitch for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So UNLV surrenders 2 runs in the top of the 5th inning. Still hold on to a 4-run lead. 2-0 is the count as DJ Merriweather back out for another inning of work. He went 2/3 of an inning last inning, 1 hit, and had 2 strikeouts. And he finally gets back into the strike zone. 2-1 is the count. And we mentioned opening day for baseball. Last weekend was softball. It's a fun time of the year for everybody who works in collegiate athletics, where winter and spring sports are back up at the same time, and everyone's stretched thin, as that one is in there for a strike. 2-2 is the count, but I was looking on Twitter during the break, and that one's going to be taken high. 3-2 is the count, and how about this for Baylor's Tice Armstrong? I got to give credit to him. He has had 3 grand slams in one game. Baylor taking on New Mexico State. My goodness. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. As that one hits on the inside, strike 3, a backwards K. Merriweather has now gotten all 3 outs via the punch out. So they'll bring up Gunnar Myro.
Number 23, Gunnar Myro.
So the final line, stat line for Carson Lane, will not be in line for the win. He just missed out by 1 out. As first pitch here to Myro is going to be taken on the outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. 4 2/3 for Lane. 2 hits given up, 2 runs. They were earned, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. He faced 18 batters, gave up 1 double. 1 extra base hit, obviously that double. 5 flyouts, 3 groundouts. The pitch count was at 89 when he left the game. 54 of them were strikes. 1-1. Myro pushes that one foul out of play. Myro is 0 for 1 on the day. He flew out to center, missed out on a home run, and then was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning. And started that long inning for the Rebels where they scored 3 runs. UNLV has scored in all 4 innings as the off-speed misses outside. 69 miles an hour on that slow pitch. 1-2 is the count. But UNLV 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, and now 3 in the 4th. Merriweather, the 3rd pitcher. as Myro sends this one well foul out of play over by the UNLV football facility. 2-2's the count. Go back to the top of the lineup with Reggie Bussey, who still has not registered in at bat. Does have an RBI, 2 walks, sacrifice squeeze. As Myro rips this one just foul down the third baseline. UNLV with 2 extra base hits on the day, a double and a triple. So Merriweather is set, and the 2-2 pitch is swung on and fouled back yet again on the 90-mile-an-hour fastball. So right now for Austin Peay, the Governors, they got the 2 runs. They finally are able to get on the board. Key for them, as that will help out as Myro chases well outside the zone. And for that is the second strikeout of the inning. Merriweather out of the pen has been red hot. Back to the top of the lineup. But I was about to say, you finally get your first runs. The most important thing after getting those runs, you got to get a 0 spot on the board. Get quickly back up to the plate appearance, or get back up to the plate where your bats are starting to finally kind of heat up a little bit. I know it's still a new pitcher for UNLV, but you got to get that 0 spot. As now we have a little bit of stoppage of play here, and looks like Conley a little bit gimpy here. He's been trying to flex his left leg, and might be a little bit of a cramping issue. As one of the coaches for Austin Peay comes out with the cup of water, a cup of Gatorade, whatever it may be, Powerade, probably Gatorade. The first game of the year, and Conley, who's been great behind the plate. I've been very impressed with his defensive ability, if I can get the words out. As he's faced multiple pitches in the dirt and has kept everything in front of him. So 6-2 is the score. Conley is okay. And back to the top of the lineup with Reggie Bussey, a lefty. It'll be a lefty versus lefty matchup. Bussey, 2 walks and an RBI, sacrifice squeeze, and the first pitch dropped in perfectly for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So Evangelista kind of suspect that he will be back out in the top of the 6th inning. Merriweather set the next pitch. This one's ripped to left field. This ball is well hit. This ball is going to land off the top of the wall. Bussey will take the turn. The throw to second will not be in time. It's a stand-up double for Reggie Bussey. Well, Bussey, opposite field, as more that was about halfway up the wall here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. And when you hit a home run here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium, you've earned it. There's no cheapies. So a 2-out hit for UNLV. That is going to be their 4th 2-out hit of the ball game. And Marcos Rosales will be up to bat. Rosales with a big hit in the bottom of the 4th inning. A 2-run double down the right field line. 2 of the 3 runs scored for UNLV in the bottom of the 4th. 6-2 is the score. Time is going to be called here, as Merriweather is going to get a visit. We'll see. He's right now the pitch count at 29. He's been good out of the pen. I mean, minus that last plate appearance there by Bussey. I think Bussey was heading over to the dugout, but I don't think this is going to be a pitching change here for Austin Peay. Rosales is up to bat. She's 1 for 1 on the day, 2 walks and that 2-run double. Well, he has reached base on all 3 times that he has come up to bat. And Merriweather's going to stay in. 2 outs, runner at second. UNLV trying to get at least one of those runs back. We mentioned for Rosales, played his last 2 seasons at Cal State Fullerton. Hit .301 his freshman year before a season-ending injury. Last year played in 53 games, 46 starts. Had a .246 average with 35 runs scored, 28 RBIs. And had 6 home runs. First pitch. Rosales will take this one down low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. 7 for 20 is UNLV today as a team. 350 for the Governors. They're 2 for 17, just 118. 1-0. Misses well outside for a ball. 2-0 is the count. You've got Aiden Garcia due up next. He is 0 for 3 on the day. He has 2 strikeouts and a pop-up into shallow right field. Bussey at second. 2-0 is the count. Pitch. This one's popped up mile high over on the right-hand side. This is going in the Bermuda Triangle down the right field line. A diving basket catch. Is it caught? It is. Wow, Wisdom with a catch. Him and Proctor both crashed into each other on the slide. And another great defensive play for Austin Peay. That's 2 on the day. And that ends the inning as UNLV, for the first time in the ballgame, have been unable to score in an inning. So we go to the top of the 6th inning. Rebels on top, the Hustlin' Rebels on top, 6-2 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Top of the 6th here in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world. Ray Velasquez will lead it off here for Austin Peay. He is 0 for 2 on the day. 2 strikeouts for Velasquez. But both plate appearances came against Carson Lane. This will be his first at-bat, facing off against Evangelista. So a heck of a play out in right field. In foul territory, it was caught by Wisdom as the first pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Him and Proctor almost both feet first sliding into each other. It was in foul territory, so even if the ball was dropped, it would have been no harm, no foul. As this one's going to be ripped into left field. No, it's not. I thought it had a lot more power on it. Velasquez died out, and it's going to be caught there by Cooper Sheff. So 1 out here on the top of the 6th inning. UNLV on top, 6-2. Sorry to get everyone excited, but trying to judge it off the bat. Thought that had a lot more power. So they'll bring up Wisdom, who had that nice catch just a moment ago. Ty right now is 1 for 2 on the day. Got the first hit of the ball game for Austin Peay back in the top of the 4th inning, a double, and then was able to advance to third on an errant throw at second. He'll take the first pitch. That fastball at 91 miles an hour for a strike. 0-1 is the count. So for UNLV, first time in this ball game, they've been held scoreless. They had scored 1 run in each of the first 3 innings and 3 in the bottom of the 4th. As that one is in there for a strike. 0-2 is the count. 88 miles an hour. That looked like the cutter for Evangelista. And with Matt Neverett talking with Coach Ope, the pitching coach, as there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. That one was the curveball, and a strikeout for Evangelista. Out of the pen, he's looking for a quick 1-2-3 inning, but Matt talking with Coach Ope, he said that the cutter might be the best pitch that anybody has on the UNLV pitching staff. UNLV looking for a 1-2-3 inning. As the first pitch is going to miss high and inside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Cole Johnson up to bat, the sophomore, 0 for 2 on the day. A fly out to right, and then a ground out to first, 3 unassisted. And right now, count is 1-1 for UNLV in the bottom of the 6th inning as they hold on to this 4-run lead. It'll be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters: Garcia, Burns, and Rodriguez. Burns is the only one with a hit out of those 3. As there's a swing and a miss there on the curveball, 1 and 2. Actually, more of the cutter, my apologies. Evangelista out of the pen has got 3 outs, trying to get his 4th, and another one via the punch out. As that one's down low, 2 and 2's the count. If Johnson can keep this inning alive, you got Matias due up next. He is 0 for 1, drew a walk. That kind of started the positive top of the 5th for the Governors, but they were able to get 2 and knock Carson Lane out of the ball game. As that one's going to be taken down low, good eye by Johnson. Count is full, 3 and 2. Johnson was down in the count 1 and 2, has battled back to make it full 3 and 2. Evangelista is set with 2 outs now in the top of the 6th inning. The pitch down low, ball 4. Johnson is able to hold off on the curveball, and it's a 2-out walk. That's going to be the 3rd walk of the ball game that Austin Peay has been able to get. Andres Matias will be up to bat. Mentioned for Matias, he walked in his first go-around and scored the first run of the ball game. That came off the 2-out hit by Zion Taylor, who was able to chase Carson Lane out of the ball game. Evangelista right now in line for the win because he got that final out in the top of the 5th inning. Right now, UNLV on top, 6-2. First pitch, high and outside for a ball, 1-0's count. For the Rebels, they have a ton of newcomers in the pitching staff. So almost a whole new unit. The couple of key players coming back, one of them being Carson Lane, we saw today, was great. In the first 4 innings, had run into a little bit of trouble in the 5th, unable to finish it out, but still a very positive performance for Carson, as that one was dropped in perfectly for a strike. 1-1 is the count. Evangelista set the pitch. He is going to be in there for a strike. Matias tried to hold up the swing, but I don't think it was going to matter. It was in there for a strike. And now the Rebels 1 strike away from putting up a 0 spot in the top of the 6th. Johnson over at first, the 1-2. Just missed on the outside. Ooh, the bench for UNLV groaning a little bit over there. Over on the first base side, Evangelista took a couple steps. Been a tight strike zone today. 2 and 2's the count. 2 outs. The pitch. This one sent high up into the air into shallow right center field, but it's going to be Rosales who's going to be able to clamp it down for out number 3. So a 2-out walk, but nothing across the board. We go to the bottom of the 6th. The Rebels are on top, 6-2. Here from Las Vegas, Nevada, on the YouTube channel provided to us by UNLV Athletics. Back here live at Earl E. Wilson Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wyatt Tomchek on the call. Thanks for joining us here on your Friday night, wherever you are watching. We want to mention this game is brought to you by Intermountain Health. Intermountain Health is here to help you live the healthiest life possible. As the official healthcare partner of UNLV Athletics, Intermountain Health is dedicated to promoting health and wellness in our community. In the bottom of the sixth, UNLV is on top 6-2. And right now the count is 0-2 here to Aiden Garcia. Garcia 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts, and that one did not come close. DJ Merriweather back out for another inning of work. He's been good out of the pen. 1 2/3, 2 hits given up, but he's gotten 4 strikeouts. The 1 hit was a double by UNLV, but got helped out with a great defensive play in foul territory down the right field line by Wisdom. As this one is going to be taken high. 2-2 is the count. Burns due up next. Rodriguez in the hole. Those are the 3 scheduled hitters for UNLV, who have scored 4 out of the 5 innings. Right now today for the Rebels with runners in scoring position, 231. They would like to be a little bit more consistent in that area as this one's fouled out of play. Last time for Garcia, he had a runner on third. He's had all 3 plate appearances today with runners on. 2 strikeouts and a fly out to right. It was not deep enough to score Rosales, who was over at third at the time. For Garcia, last season at FAU, 248, 32 hits, 5 home runs, and 36 RBIs. This one high and inside, and that's ball 4. Boy, Garcia almost got some sweet chin music there. Was able to get out of the way. So it'll be a walk, and UNLV has now drawn 7 walks today.
The right fielder, number 21, Nin Burns the second.
Nin Burns the second will be up to bat. Burns the second is 1 for 2 on the day. A single, grounded out to second, and then a walk. And this one's going to be taken high for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So Merriweather, a little bit of command issues here in the 6th inning. UNLV have had base runners on in all 6 innings now. 4 for 14 with runners on today. 286. This one's fouled back out of play. We mentioned tomorrow, doubleheader between UNLV and Austin Peay. As the first pitch is going to, or the next pitch, sorry, he was going to miss on the outside. 2-1 is the count. Runner at first, nobody out, and this one's fouled back into the netting. Count goes to 2-2. Burns, the right fielder, as we mentioned, 1 for 2. He's also been active defensively. Started out his career at Mount San Antonio College, then played at Cal Poly Pomona, Texas Southern, and Northwest Nazarene. Last season there, he was named to the NCBWA second team, all-region. Batted .333 as he rips this one down the third base line. It gets off the glove of Velasquez, and it's going to be a base hit for Burns, his second hit of the ball game, his second single. Velasquez able to get his glove on it, stop the momentum of the ball as Garcia had to stop at second. So it's just a single. They'll bring up Johnny Rodriguez. Rodriguez on the day is 0 for 3. One of the newcomers for UNLV stands 6'2", 220 pounds from Fullerton, California. Lefty versus lefty matchup. As there's a swing and a miss. Rodriguez, actually he's 0 for 3. Got the first RBI of the season for UNLV. The RBI ground out in the first inning. Flew out to left and struck out in his last go-around. The 0-1. Another swing and a miss. Rodriguez chases that one outside the zone, and the count goes to 0-2 on the off-speed pitch there by Merriweather, who has 4 strikeouts out of the pen. Rodriguez, the transfer from Golden West College. 4.14 average there last season, has a little bit of time, and now UNLV, I believe that's associate coach Corey Vanderhook, talking it over with Rodriguez, who has not come close on those two swings. The count 0-2, and UNLV trying to build up some insurance runs as their lead. They're on top as much as 6, down to 4. Merriweather set. His pitch count closing to 50, or closing in on 50. As there's a swing, and it looks like a foul tip. No, it is a drop third strike. It gets away, and the runners will advance. So Rodriguez strikes out for the second straight time, but it's a positive result for the Rebels because it does move both runners into scoring position. Garcia to third, Burns to second, and they'll bring up Cooper Sheff, who's been locked in his last 2 plate appearances. So Merriweather gets his 5th strikeout, and for the first time today, Conley is unable to keep a pitch in the dirt in front of him. That benefits the Rebels. Sheff, RBI single in his last go-around, and they're going to give him the free pass. So it's going to load up the bases here with 1 out. And you go to Jack Salmon, who was 2 for 3 on the day. So Sheff, before that, he had been locked in. His last single was a rope and an RBI, 2 for 3, and now will reach base for the 3rd straight time. 8 overall walks for UNLV. Salmon is up to bat. He's swinging for the fences, is unable to connect, and the count goes to 0-1. 69 miles an hour. Now we have a stop here. All the umpires have their hands up, or the third base and second base, and now I believe they're going to call a balk. So the pitch will not count. The run will score on a balk by Merriweather. Coming in to score is Garcia. Burns will head over to third. Sheff will head to first. And everybody advances on the balk on what would have been strike number 1. Roland Fanning back out to argue with the third base umpire. It's the second time they've had a long conference call. The first one, they were trying to get Wisdom. They thought that Wisdom should have went home on the throw that bounced off the netting over in the third base dugout. So 7-2 is the score. And I don't think this is going to be any chance for a reversal. So Salmon was licking his chops. He's like, all right, I got bases juiced. Well, everyone advances, so he's got runners at second and third, but an open base at first does, Austin Peay go for the intentional walk again, and they go to Talixon, who is 0 for 2 on the day. And so Roland Fanning still talking it over here. And it's starting to get a little bit more animated. You can kind of see the body language. 7-2 is the score. And could we get our first ejection of the year? And nope. It gets a little bit animated, a little bit more animated, but it ends right there. Like Coach Fanning gets his final say, and he'll head over to the dugout. And now UNLV with 2 on, 1 out. And the balk by Merriweather. And the first pitch, the curveball, is going to be taken down low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. And that one is going to miss on the outside for a ball. 2-0 is the count. So 7-2, UNLV gets one of those 2 runs back that they gave up in the top of the 5th. Salmon would love to get a couple more here as that swung on a miss in the dirt. 2-1, got the green light, unable to connect. So Cooper Sheff is over at second. Burns is over at third. 1 run in this inning, 1 hit. Rebels have now drawn 8 walks. They have been very, very patient today. Salmon just a little bit late. That off-speed pitch by Merriweather has been absolutely lethal in his outing right now. 2-2 is the count with 1 out. Defense in. There's no run defense on the infield. And now time will be called here. You had Cooper Sheff, who is about halfway to third. Going to have an extended lead because obviously nobody's guarding the bag. This one bounced in the dirt. Great stop by Conley yet again. And the count now goes full 3-2 with 1 out. And UNLV trying to get a big inning here, trying to extend the lead and give their bullpen some room to work with here in the opening game of the 2026 season. Count is full 3-2. Merriweather set looking for the strikeout. The payoff pitch misses on the inside. Oh, so close. Trying to get the front door breaking ball, actually back door breaking ball. So the bases are juiced. Talixon up to bat. He's starting catcher today for UNLV. He's 0 for 2. And the Rebels, third walk for the Governors in this inning, one of them being the intentional walk. But 9 walks for the Rebels, more walks than their hits, and they have 8 hits. First pitch misses well outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Gunnar Myro is due up next, barring a potential double play by UNLV. As Talixon getting the start today, a good battle between Salmon and Merriweather. Salmon able to battle back and get the walk. He has now reached base 3 times. 1-1 is the count. 2 strikeouts for Talixon, and now he is down in the count, 1-2. Gunnar Myro due up next for UNLV. As we mentioned, Gunnar is 0 for 2 on the day. This one fouled back into the netting. And the count still 0-2. Although the ball just got put up. I don't believe it is a ball. Merriweather set the pitch. Off speed, swung on and missed. Yet again, that off speed pitch has been so clutch. The 6th strikeout of the pen for Merriweather.
The third baseman, number 23, Gunnar Myro.
So that will bring up Gunnar Myro. And UNLV will try to get a 2-out hit. They've been successful with 2 outs today. 4 for 9 at .444 average. But now the Rebels with runners in scoring position down to 3 for 15. Another off-speed pitch, and it hits the outside part of the zone. Hey, goodness, 69 miles an hour. It's been dotted perfectly here by Merriweather. UNLV 200 with runners in scoring position today. They've left a lot of runs off the board here, as this one's going to be taken high. Well, I believe they said 2-0. I thought the home plate umpire gave that a strike. I might have been mistaken there. Jumped the gun. As the next pitch, Myro is going to send this one foul out of play. 2-1 is the count. Base is juiced. Burns at third, Chef at second, and Salmon at first. 2-1. That one hits there for a strike. 2-2 is the count, so I did jump the gun. My apologies. I thought that first pitch was a strike. I mean, Merriweather, his off speed has been looking so good. And now time will be called here. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Oh, that is strike 3. Okay. I wasn't going crazy. That is strike 3. Okay. That first pitch, that curveball was a strike, and it's a strikeout for UNLV on UNLV's Gunnar Myro, and that will end the inning. So that's first game. You got to knock off the rust for everybody. So that will end the bottom of the 6th. The Rebels get 1 run across the board. We go to the top of the 7th, 7-2, UNLV on top. Well, we got a lot to go through after that awkward situation where the nobody knew really what the count was. Neither did the home plate umpire. It was a backwards K. Gunnar Myro caught looking, and all of a sudden Roland Fanning came out. And I thought he was arguing a call. He tells his team, get off the field. We just got the strikeout. That's the third out. So they get off the field, and as everyone's leaving the field, home plate umpire in this ball game, Jeff Hendricks, goes over and doesn't like what he's hearing from somebody and tosses one of the players out. Didn't quite get a number because whoever was thrown out was wearing a sweater. So that is the ejection. Roland Fanning is still in this game. He has been very animated. He's not been happy to start out this year with the home plate umpiring crew. So through all that, we have a 7-2 ball game in the top of the 7th inning. And it'll be the catcher, Trevor Conley, up to bat. So a lot to going on there. As we mentioned, it's the first game of the year. You got to knock off the rust for everybody. Umpires included, announcers, mainly the announcers. So we're back to playing after a interesting sequence as Evangelista on the mound, and the first pitch, fastball in there for a strike. 0-1 is the count. For the catcher, for the Governors, he's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout. 0-1. Swing, and it's going to be calling for a strike. 0-2 is the count. Evangelista, who is in line for the win, right now 1 1/3 inning, has given up no hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and his pitch count right now at 24 out of the pen. Here's a swing and a miss, strike 3 on the cutter. Beautiful pitch there by Jace. Gets the strikeout, his second out of the pen, 1 out here in the top of the 7th inning.
The designated hitter, number 36, Keaton Cottom.
Keaton Cottom will be up to bat. He's 0 for 2 on the day, just 2 hits for Austin Peay in this ball game. We talked about how great they were offensively. Not only one of the best teams in their conference, but one of the best teams in the country hitting. As the first pitch, high drive to right field, but it's going to go well foul out of play. And the count is 0-1. So for UNLV in the bottom of the 7th inning, they will have the 1, 2, and 3 hitters. Rebels who have gotten 7 runs, so that you're happy with the 7 runs, but they would like to have a little bit more consistency with runners in scoring position. The Hustling Rebels have had 16 plate appearances with runners in scoring position. They are just 3 for 16, as Evangelista was trying to get Conham to chase, unable to, and the count goes to 1-2. But 3 for 16, 188. UNLV has left 11 runners on the base paths. This game could be really, really out of hand, and give credit to Austin Peay to be able to limit the timely hitting to just, I think, the one big hit by Rosales, that 2-run double in the bottom of the 4th inning. As the 1-2 pitch. Swung on a miss, strike 3. Evangelista out of the pen is dealing. He's got 2 strikeouts in the inning, 3 overall, 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning. Paris Pridgeon up to bat. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Overall for Austin Peay as a team, they are 2 for 22. As that one misses on the outside for a ball, 1-0 count. The Hustlin' Rebels, UNLV. Opening night here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. A beautiful night as there's a swing and a miss. 1-1 is the count. Temperature probably down into the upper 50s, but I'll tell you what, it has been perfect to start out the softball and baseball seasons here in Las Vegas, as that one is going to be taken for a ball. 2-1 is the count. Right now, 56 degrees. Now, as we say that, next weekend when UNLV is at home, it's going to be chilly, as is projected here on a forecast on the Apple Weather app. As this one is going to be taken down low. 3-1 is the count. High of 53 on Friday, 51 on Saturday, and a high of 60 on Sunday. UNLV will escape the rain here in Las Vegas. It's supposed to rain Monday through Wednesday. The 3-1. Swing and a miss. And Jace is 1 strike away from putting up a 0 spot, potentially striking out the side. Evangelista set the payoff pitch. Taken down low, ball 4. Just missed. And that will bring on Zion Taylor. Taylor's had the big hit today for the Governors, and it knocked Carson Lane out of the ballgame. He was able to rip a 2-run single into right center field. with 2 outs in the top of the 5th inning. Got Austin Peay on the board. Those have been only the 2 runs that they've scored since then. 2 outs today. They're 2 for 8. Got Pridgeon over at first. He's reached base now twice in this ballgame. First pitch. Down low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. If Taylor can keep this inning alive, you go back to Proctor, who was 0 for 3 on the day. Throw back over to first, and Pridgeon is back in safe. Count is 1-0, 2 outs. 2 strikeouts for Evangelista out of the pen, who's in line for the win. Has not given up a hit in his relief appearance. The Washington transfer, as that one is slapped well foul. That one's going over to the Lead Athletic Complex, and if you're hitting that building, you really got into that one. Let's push foul. 1-1 is the count. Evangelista, the Washington transfer, trying to bounce back after he had an 11.25 ERA last year for the Huskies. Throw back to first yet again. A little bit closer than before. Count 1-1. As we mentioned for UNLV in the bottom of the 7th inning, they will have the 1, 2, and 3 hitters due up. Bussy, Rosales, and Garcia. Bussy, who had a double, hit off about halfway up the wall in left field in his last go-around. Runner going. Throw to second. It is not going to be in time. A stolen base for Pridgeon, who was able to get a good jump there, and the count now to 3-1 with a runner in scoring position. Austin Peay will try to chip away and try to get that run back that they gave up in the bottom of the 6th via the balk. A 2-1, my apologies on the count. Next pitch is going to be taken down low. 3-1 is the count. So Evangelista, who was a strike away from getting out of this inning, is now in danger of walking his second batter, and we'll see if that will result in a pitching change if Taylor gets on the base paths. This one swung on a miss. Taylor got the green light, unable to connect. Looked like that might have been ball 4, and the count goes full 3-2. Evangelista, 3 strikeouts, overall 2 walks, and 2 innings of work. The payoff pitch. This one sent high and deep into left center field. This ball is well hit. Going back at the wall, and it's going to bounce off the wall. A run will score, and it's another. As Taylor took the turn, thought he was going to go to third, but heads back over to second. Another 2-out hit here for Zion Taylor, who has all 3 RBIs for the Governors. They get that run back. It is 7-3 here in the 7th inning. Splits the gap in left center field. I'll bring up Kyler Proctor. So Evangelista gives up his first hit of the ball game and his first run out of the pen. UNLV, we're going to have a mound visit here. 41 pitches for Evangelista. Zion Taylor, give him credit today with 2-out hitting. He has been phenomenal. A single and a double, 3 RBIs, all 3 runs scored. There's Coach out to talk, pitching coach for the Hustlin' Rebels. I'll go back to the top of the lineup with Kyler Proctor, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Struck out in his first plate appearance. Popped up over to first base in his second go-around, and then grounded out to third in his last plate appearance. So the Rebels, I mean, they're not being as consistent with runners in scoring position, has left this game still within reach for Austin Peay to start out the 2026 campaign. 3 for 16 is UNLV with runners in scoring position today. For Austin Peay, they are 2 for 3. They haven't had a lot of opportunities with runners on today. Overall, 3 for 23, 2 for 7 with runners on. They've been able to get 4 walks, but they have struck out 9 times. UNLV has struck out 10 times in this game. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Back to the top of the lineup. Can the Governors get it within 3 here? First pitch by Evangelista, well outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. So they're going to give Jason opportunity here. I got to think if Proctor gets on, that might be the end of the line for the junior. Count is 1-0. Make it 2-0. Just miss. And good eye there by Proctor. Saw him start to move, then he wanted to swing, but was able to hold it up. Ray Velasquez is due up next. The top two players, one of the key players coming back for the Governors in Proctor and Velasquez, they're combined 0 for 6 on the day. As this one's a little dribbler that's going to go foul down the first baseline. And it's now 2-1. So the success for both teams, pretty decent with 2 outs today. 3 for 9 for Austin Peay, 333 average. 4 for 10 for UNLV, 400 average. But it's Zion Taylor who's keeping his team in this ball game. All 3 runs scored off of his bat, and all 3 runs have been scored with 2 outs. 2-1 is the count. The pitch. This one sent high up into the air in the center field. Underneath it will be Bussey, and he will clamp it down for out number 3. So Evangelista gives up the 1 run, but that is all the Governors are able to get. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. 7th inning stretch here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. UNLV on top 7-3 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Bottom of the 7th inning here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wyatt Tomczyk on the call. Thank you for joining us here on your Friday night, wherever you are watching on the YouTube channel provided to us by UNLV Athletics. While we got an opportunity, I want to mention this game is brought to you by Findlay Toyota. After the game or anytime, visit or click Findlay Auto. Findlay Toyota is the largest Toyota dealer in Nevada. Ask for John Barr. He'll do anything to sell you a car. As Merriweather back out for another inning of work. DJ has just been lights out with that off-speed pitch. That one drops in 68 miles an hour on the curveball in there for a strike. And Merriweather had to deal with the bases loaded a couple times. Did give up the 1 run via the balk, but after that he's been able to really picking him up and putting him down with the strikeouts. 7 on the day for him. Bussey up to bat. He's 1 for 1. He has 2 walks, a double, and a sacrifice RBI bunt. 1-2 is the count as he was just out in front, but a good performance here for Bussey. His first game as a Rebel. Lefty versus lefty matchup. As this is going to be a grounder to second. Should be an easy play. Throw to first will be in time. Bussey showing off his speed, but is thrown out by about a step for out number 1. 4-3 on the score sheet, and I believe that might be the end of the line here for Merriweather. All right, now the pitch count was up to, I believe, up to 65. Marcos Rosales will be up to bat. And it is going to be a pitching change here for Austin Peay. So the Governors will go to the pen. DJ Merriweather, great job for him out of the pen. 3 innings of work, 3 hits, 1 run. It was earned, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts. And he will head to the dugout. We'll get a round of applause from his teammates. He really kept the Governors in the ballgame. Pitching change, we'll discuss the new pitcher coming out of the break. UNLV on top 7-3 with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Back here live at Earl E. Wilson Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Pitching change for the Governors of Austin Peay. And it is number 88, Jet Hope, the sophomore from Bixby, Oklahoma. Last season played at Oklahoma State where he pitched in 2 games. So we'll get an opportunity here in the bottom of the 7th inning with the Rebels on top, 7-3. It is Marcos Rosales up to bat. Marcos on the day as is 1 for 2. Has the big hit right now. A big timely hit that came in the bottom of the 4th inning, that 2-run double that scored 2 of the 3 runs. Rosales with 2 walks as well. Flew out to right field in his last go-around as the 0-1 pitch. This one's fouled back out of play. So Hope is the 4th pitcher out of the pen. I believe that might be jumping the gun here. Yeah, 4th pitcher out of the pen for the Governors. It was Cody Arrington, who was on a pitch limit to start the game. He went 1 2/3. Elijah Underhill went 1 2/3 as well. And then DJ Merriweather out of the pen. I mean, great job. And beautiful off-speed pitch yet again. Dropped in there for a strike. And Rosales is set down. And another strikeout for UNLV. That is 11 times the Rebels have struck out today.
Designated hitter number 2, Aiden Garcia.
Aiden Garcia will be up to bat. But for Merriweather, I mean, kept the Governors in this game. 3 innings of work, the 3 hits given up, 1 run, 7 strikeouts. And he dealt with a lot of traffic on the base paths. UNLV's got a base runner in all 6 innings. That could be snapped here in the bottom of the 7th inning. On top, 7-3. And I believe Evangelista will be done for today. He had a mound visit there in the top of the 7th inning, so we'll see who UNLV goes with in the top of the 8th. That one misses on the outside. 1-1 is the count. 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the 7th. Garcia on the day, 0 for 3, walked in his last plate appearance. He swings and misses. And the count now 1-2. 2 outs. Rebels have scored in 5 of the 6 innings. The only inning that they did not score was the 5th. Hope is set. The 1-2 is swung on and fouled back into the netting. Burns is due up next if Garcia can keep this inning alive. Overall for UNLV as a team today, just below 300. 296, 8 for 27. But it's their inability to get the clutch hitting as there's another swing and a miss. Strike 3. Garcia is set down. He has a hat trick. That's 3 strikeouts for Garcia as we go to the top of the 8th inning. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Governors. They try to chip away. They're down 7-3 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Top of the 8th inning, I was a little bit mistaken. Jace Evangelista back out. I thought he might have been done after running into a little bit of trouble in the top of the 7th inning, but he's back out in the top of the 8th. as he will face off against the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Velasquez, Wisdom, and Johnson. First pitch by Evangelista is going to be dropped in there for a strike. 0-1 is a count. We have a new center fielder for the Hustlin' Rebels. It is number 11, Jaden Sanchez. So Sanchez will replace Bussy. Good performance today for Bussy. And we'll see more of a defensive replacement. Right now, UNLV will have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up, so we'll see if Sanchez has an opportunity to hit. But in there for the final 2 innings, as the 1-1 pitch swung on a miss for a strike. 1-2's the count. Velasquez, he's had a quiet night today. Him and Proctor are combined 0 for 7. Top 2 players, one of the top 2 players coming back for this Austin Peay team. Projected to finish to win their divisions. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Velasquez is set down. He has struck out 3 times. Evangelista now with 4 strikeouts on the day. And the Governors are down to their final 5 outs here in the first game of 2026. Now I'll bring up Ty Wisdom. Wisdom is 1 for 3 on the day. As there's a swing and a miss on that one. 0-1 is the count. The cutter yet again. Wisdom, who had the first hit of the ball game in the top of the 4th inning, as he fouls this one into UNLV's dugout. 0-2 is the count. Wisdom grounded out to second in his first plate appearance, that double, and then advanced to third on the throwing error, and then a strikeout in his last go-around. Evangelista, who's in line for the win, looking for another strikeout. He won't get it there as this one's sent high up into the air. Sanchez, who's just in the ballgame, will get tested. But an easy play for him as he took a couple steps to his right for out number 2. 4 outs remaining here for the Governors. And that will bring up Cole Johnson. 6'5", 233 pounds from Austin, Texas. Started out his career at Oklahoma State. Last season at Austin Peay, named ASUN Freshman of the Year and first team All-ASUN. As that one is going to be taken high for a ball, 1-0 is the count. Also named to the freshman team as well. Started 57 games, had a .356 average, 50 runs scored, 80 hits, 23 doubles, 9 home runs, and 70 RBIs. As he was swinging for a home run there, can't connect. The count is 1-1. And for the Governors, Ray Velasquez, who was set down 0 for 4, quiet night for him, and a surprise because he was voted by the coaches and by D1Baseball.com as the favorite to win ASUN Player of the Year. And Evangelista out of the pen. He's looking strong. He's gotten 4 strikeouts, the 1-2. This one's going to be sent over to third. Myro has it. Long throw to first will be in time. On a line, and that will end the inning. A great inning by Evangelista, who puts up a 1-2-3 inning in the top of the 8th as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. UNLV, last chance for the Rebels to get some insurance runs as they are on top 7-3 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium. Wyatt Tomchek on the call. UNLV on top. 7-3. Want to mention this game is brought to you by Heaven Hills Brands. Heaven Hills Brands, proud supporter of UNLV athletics. As the first pitch here to Nin Burns the second is taken on the outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Burns on the day. He is 2 for 3. Let's start to his 2026 campaign. Take the next pitch for a strike. 1-1 is the count. There's Jed Hope back out for another inning of work. Came out of the pen and was able to get 2 strikeouts. UNLV has struck out 12 times today, counted 10 times for the Governors. That one hits on the outside on the fastball. 1-2 is the count. For Burns, single in his first plate appearance. Grounded out to second, his second go-around. Walk, and then another single. So he's reached base 3 times. And now for the Rebels, as we mentioned, they've left 11 runners on the base paths. Trying to get Burns to chase. He was able to hold up. 2-2 is the count. The line score for both teams for UNLV, 7 runs off of 8 hits, 1 error. They left 11 runners on the base paths. 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. For Austin Peay, they've left 4 runners on the base paths. The 2-2 here from Hope. Dropped in there, just missed on the outside. Oh, close for Hope. Now the count goes full 3-2. While UNLV has struck out 12 times, they have drawn 9 walks. All but 1 inning, UNLV's got runners on the base paths. That happened in the 7th when they were unable to. As this is going to be a chopper over to short. Long throw over to first will be in time for out number 1. As Matias is able to fire the perfect strike to Johnson at first. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. For the Governors, in their final attempt to either tie or take the lead, it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up. As Johnny Rodriguez will be up to bat. Rodriguez is 0 for 4 with an RBI groundout. Rodriguez, who has struck out in his last 2 go-arounds. The RBI groundout in the first inning, flew out to left in the 3rd inning. Righty versus lefty matchup with Hope and Rodriguez. And the first pitch is going to be taken for a strike. 0-1 is the count. Rodriguez is set, and so is Hope. And the next pitch will just miss on the outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Cooper Chef is due up next here for UNLV. 1-1, the pitch. This one's going to be ripped into right center field for a base hit. So Rodriguez is able to get his first base hit of the ball game. That's the 9th hit overall for UNLV. 3 extra base hits and 6 singles. 7-3 is the score as Cooper Chef will be up to bat. Chef was intentionally walked in his last go-around. Before that, he had a couple singles, one of them being an RBI. 1 for 3, 2 hits, an RBI, and a walk. Flew out to center field in his first go-around. Got Salmon due up next. He's also been red hot at the plate as well. So Rodriguez over at first. Small lead now hopping around. As this one is going to miss on the outside for a ball. 1-0 is the count. As UNLV trying to get some clutch insurance runs. As we will go to the top of the 9th. At worst for Austin Peay. Or at best for Austin Peay, they will be down by 4. As this one's going to be ripped over to third. Potential double play ball to second for 1. Return throw to first will be in time. 5, 4, 3, double play. And that will end the inning as UNLV gets a single but nothing across the board. We go to the top of the 9th. Last chance here for the Governors as they trail it 7-3 here from Las Vegas, Nevada. Top of the ninth here at Earl E. Wilson Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada, the entertainment capital of the world. Last chance here for the Governors as they're down 7-3. As UNLV is trying to take game one of this four-game series, and Jace Evangelista back out for another inning of work. He gets a grounder to short. Throw to first will be in time. Cooper Chef with the running throw. Perfect strike to Rodriguez. One pitch, one out in the ninth inning. So Evangelista is trying to go the distance out of the pen. In line for the win, and he has been great. Now 3 2/3 innings of work, 1 hit given up, 1 run. It was earned, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts. As Matias attacking on the first pitch, unable to get a lot on it, as Trevor Conley will be up to bat. Keaton Cottom is due up next, as the first pitch is in there for a strike. For all the UNLV fans, the running Rebels who were down big. They were down at least 30-9 as this one up in the air into center field. Coming on in is going to be Sanchez, who's able to clamp it down. Thought he might go for a diving attempt, but he is able to clamp it down with both feet on the ground. And that is 2 outs now here in the top of the ninth. Last out here for the Governors. But the running Rebels, who were down, when I saw earlier, 30-9, they had tied it up. 77-all. We are going to overtime. For UNLV, the running Rebels, Josh Pastner and crew. Big win last Saturday against GCU and then beat San Jose State, looking for 3 wins in a row. That's where our buddy Matt Neverett is right now, calling the game with Curtis Terry and Steve Cofield. Matt will be back on the broadcast tomorrow for both games and the Sunday game. Count is 0-1 as Cottom fouled it out of play. Next pitch misses on the outside for a ball. 1-1 is the count. Caught him on the day. He is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He's got the hat trick, trying to avoid the golden sombrero. Next pitch is going to miss outside for a ball. 2-1 is the count. Evangelista with 4 strikeouts on the day. The Washington transfer. First game as a Rebel, and he has been locked in. 2-1. Swung on a miss. Strike 2. 1 strike away for the Hustlin' Rebels as they try to go 1-0 on the 2026 season. That cutter for Evangelista has been lethal. That one is in on the inside corner, strike 3. Jace Evangelista out of the pen, shuts the door down. He picks up the win, 5 overall strikeouts, and the Hustlin' Rebels defeat Austin Peay to start out the 2026 season. 7-3 is the score. UNLV improves to 1-0 on the year, while the Governors fall to 0-1. UNLV, they took the lead in the bottom of the first inning and did not look back. 1 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 1 in the sixth. For the Governors, they scored 3 runs, all 3 of them off the bat of Zion Taylor with 2 outs. But UNLV only had to use 2 pitchers today. The winning pitcher today is Jace Evangelista, 4 1/3, 1 hit given up, 1 run. It was not earned, 2 walks and 5 strikeouts. He faced 16 batters. He gave up the 1 double, 5 flyouts, 3 groundouts. Carson Lane was 1 out away from picking up, having the opportunity to get the win. He goes 4 2/3. I liked what I saw today with Carson. I think very positive. Just ran into a little bit of trouble there in the 5th inning. 4 2/3 for him. 2 hits given up, 2 runs. They were earned, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts for Lane. The losing pitcher today for the Governors will be Cody Arrington, who went 1 2/3, gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. They were earned, 3 walks, a strikeout. Elijah Underhill out of the pen. He went 1 2/3, 3 hits, 4 runs. They were all earned, 3 walks and 2 strikeouts. DJ Merriweather out of the pen. Got to give him a tip of the cap. He kept the game within reach for Austin Peay. He went 3 innings, 3 hits given up, 1 run. It was earned, 3 walks and 7 strikeouts. And then Jet Hope out of the pen, 1 2/3. He had 1 hit given up and 2 strikeouts. Only 3 hits for Austin Peay. That high-powered offense, Ty Wisdom had 1 and Taylor had 2 of them. For UNLV, they had 9 hits on the day, and they drew a boatload of walks as well, 9 on the day. For UNLV, Cooper Chef, he went 2 for 4. Jack Salmon went 2 for 3. Marcos Rosales with a big 2-run double in the bottom of the 4th with the 2 RBIs, him and Bussey. And also a triple for Salmon. They had the extra base hits for the Rebels. So UNLV victorious today. Dominant pitching performance for UNLV. The Rebels and the Governors will be back in action tomorrow. Doubleheader, first pitch for the first game at 12:05. Matt Neverett will have the call here on the YouTube channel provided to us by UNLV Athletics. So that will end our broadcast here today from Las Vegas, Nevada. Wyatt Tomczyk signing off, wishing everyone a very pleasant rest of your Friday night. UNLV victorious 7-3 here from Las Vegas, Nevada.